Yeah, the last time I was doing that, I was putting me on live by myself. We
Yeah.
changed my
Wow.
text messages. Hi, folks. We got to do a little
Yeah.
dance first. We missed that, man. Yeah.
Oh,
But
you missed the
anyway,
dance part.
yeah, I'm learning from Trump. I'm learning from, we'll
There you
start
go.
playing
I just
YMCA in the background, I guess.
yeah,
You
I just
know,
got the message you're live too. On top of
yeah,
my phone says Colonel is live.
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was out eating tonight at Pizza Hut, and some people I just don't understand. I know the culture is different over here, and I won't sit in the first booth right inside the entrance to Pizza Hut anymore because these and no offense to anybody that fits this description, but these fat old Filipino ladies, they just think that even though somebody's sitting there eating, whether they're alone or with somebody else, they think they can just sit down there and wait for their order. I've never had that
Oh,
happen to me. You're sitting there in a booth and they just, with a friend or whatever, and they just decide to plop down. And you're like, excuse me? Oh, it'll just be a minute. I said, well, you can at least say, excuse me. The first lady that did it, she kind of looked, she saw me looking at her and she's like, oh, sorry. And then she said, can I sit down here? Yeah, sure. No problem. Go ahead. It's kind of weird, but go ahead. The next lady,
yeah.
about 10 minutes later, and she's as big as a house. She just plopped down there. My friend like bounced up out of the seat, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, well, that's rude. So excuse me. I said, we're trying to talk business here or whatever. And I'm like, and you're just gonna sit down here? And she's like, it'll be all right. I'm only gonna be here for like, that's not the point. I
That is
said,
strange.
you could have said excuse me, or you could have asked. She goes, oh, well, excuse me. I'm like,
I
oh,
would
it's
say
like
now get the
that.
fuck up and get the hell out of here.
Uh, I was so close, but my friend was like, let it go, just let it go. I said, yeah, but she's being rude. I said it so she could
Yeah.
hear me. Like she's being rude. And then, okay, later, then she gets up to go get her order. And then another older lady comes up and joins her. And I see him jibber jabbering, Marita, they're sitting there, Marita. And then her friend starts looking at me all cockeyed. And I looked at her and I'm just like, what? And I pointed at her. I'm like, yeah, this lady here is looking back at me all cockeyed, like I did something wrong. I didn't do anything. I said, your friend's rude. I tell you, I just, I was winning friends and influences enemies tonight. But
We were talking
and I
about that
just
on my
didn't,
chat the other day too, or yesterday maybe, about the rudeness of people
yeah,
because boy, it's pouring cats and dogs. There's a rain in there. You
it
got rain?
was, it was
Oh,
earlier, but
it's
it's just
loud.
sprinkling. I
Wow.
can't hear it. I can't hear it. So your
I can
mic's working
barely hear
good.
you.
Oh, really?
Jeez.
Is Steve there with you?
He's sleeping right now.
What?
Yeah, I'm in his
Sleeping?
house. Lindy's here.
I don't
Lindy's
know.
here.
You tell
But
him that we
Steve's
went
sleeping,
live.
taking a nap.
Yeah, you tell him we went live, and I can't believe it. The Colonel can stay awake at whatever time it is. I'm dead tired, but I'm doing a lot, and he's back there sleeping. I was hoping you two would be on there together. Is what I was hoping.
I don't know if he's going to wake up, though. We'll see. Anyway, you got two new
Probably not.
people in the room. I think we
Yeah.
should invite him to join the
Hey,
channel and
Cash, Burma,
subscribe to you.
Burma, Rohit Sharma, India. Okay, you're from India. Welcome. Sacred
Yeah.
sacrifice. Jesus loves both of you guys. Well,
Thank
thanks for
you.
validating that sacred sacrifice. I kind of already knew that. And but thanks for validating that for us. I thought it was kind of obvious, but okay. Very dangerous. So I don't speak Hindi, Cash. You know, you gotta do better than that, or speak English, or yeah, I don't understand. Like
Yep, like
done.
done.
I don't.
Well, thanks for
I don't.
coming in, guys. I'm not sure if I understood everything they're saying. Just like
Come.
done. But you know what I found, Doug?
Hi, Scott.
Hello, Scott. How are you?
Thanks,
Sacred says I
RSS, for
subscribe. Thank
subscribing.
you. Thank you very
Appreciate
much,
it.
Sacred.
Mike's
Ray is
channel
feeling
is
no pain
Thriving
again. I know.
Philippines Expat. Yeah,
Ray is feeling no
Ray's
pain
feeling
again.
no pain. I usually check out Ray's, but I didn't see him. He must have been drunk, probably. And
Yeah, he's talking
yeah,
about loving himself again and talking about people should love themselves and love him and uh, you should be happy and the same repeat. I thought I was watching a repeat of an earlier live.
I'm better
He's
off
saying
if
the
I don't
same
love.
thing over and over and over. So he's pretty drunk, I
I
guess.
I'd rather not love myself. I'm pretty kind of a nasty person, but that's okay. If he wants to look, that's fine. It's
Scott
all good. I
Niza
don't.
said it's raining and the docks are underwater. Wow.
Oh, oh
Is
my
this
goodness.
Isa? Is this Isa or
Rick,
Scott? Usually Scott and Isa will come in the word, it's one long word, Scott and Isa when Scott's on. But when it's Isa, I think it's Scott and Isa's world, but the
oh,
words are
it's separate.
separated.
Yeah. Well, if it's Isa,
Ray needs a
hello,
pet
Isa.
frog.
Oh, it's Scott. It's Scott.
Send some
Hmm.
messages or something.
I like that. Ray needs a pet
That's
frog.
Scott.
That's
Yeah, he
hilarious.
does.
That's
Why am I not getting all the messages? I'm gonna go back and
the
change it.
frogs outside the. It's wet
Yeah.
here, so the frogs are showing up out here in the, in Iloilo in the streets and whatnot.
Yep. Hello,
Uh,
Scott. How you
yeah,
doing, bro?
I was I was on my motorbike trying to dodge water droplets as they were coming down. Yeah, a little bit of
Wow.
heavy traffic tonight, but it's all good.
Sacred sacrifice. Where are you from?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish
So
more people would give the thumbs up when they come in the room. They forget to tap the screen on their
yeah,
phone
do
or
a
say
double
like.
tap and give us a thumbs up. They used to
Yeah.
say if you had an iPhone, double tap, but you know what? It works on my Android too. You just double tap the screen and it likes it. I
Yeah,
got a
if they
kick
just
out of it.
tap on my nose right here, if they just tap
Yeah,
right there twice, boop boop, a surprise
yeah,
happens.
yeah. I get
Somebody
I
did
get
it.
a kick. I get a kick out of the people that bust on the Android, the Apple people who bust on Android. Oh, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? I double tap the screen and it likes it just the same as your Apple. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But let alone the
Scott
fact that
says Scott is doing good. I was doing the Jesus walk this morning. Looked like I was walking on water.
there you go. Well, if
Have you
that
seen the
actually
new
happens,
boots?
Scott, let me know. If
Doug,
you
have you
walk on
seen those
water,
new
let me
boots
know.
they're wearing now? They look like shoes with floats and they're able to walk on the water now. You seen that?
No,
I've seen it
no.
several times.
I'm going to be like
Probably,
Thomas, and I'm going to have to see it to believe it.
probably AI.
Oh, Scott, I have on of each phone. Oh, he's got an account on each phone. Okay. Or
Okay, nice.
or I have one of each phone. Okay, he's got an Apple and an Android.
Scott says
Wears
I wear
Crocs.
Crocs.
Yeah, I can't wear the Crocs, Scott, because they make my feet sweat, and if my feet sweat, then the stank starts coming out. So I can't wear them. Can't
He
wear
says
them
they have
anymore.
drain holes. So do
It
mine.
doesn't
My
matter.
Crocs have drain holes.
Yeah, well, mine did too, but it didn't matter. They still made my feet sweat. But I tell you what, I'm enjoying right now these Skechers slip-ons. I don't know if you've seen them or not, but they look like
No.
regular tennis shoes. They look like regular tennis shoes, but you don't have. They've already got the laces in them and everything. But one and done, and then as you just slip in, slip in. They got a thicker padding along the heel, so you just slide in,
Nice.
slide out. The heel, the back doesn't get folded down. Your foot just
Well,
slides in. They're comfortable as all get out.
where do you find
I was,
them?
I
Where'd
was
you find them at the mall?
at the Skechers store.
At the mall. Okay. I had a Skechers store in Masbate. There's none in
Uh,
Masbate where I live.
well, who? Okay, let me instead of being sarcastic because I got mine at the Skechers store. I don't, but if you go to a shoe store that's selling
Oh,
Skechers, they'll
Michael.
have them. They should have them,
Okay. All right.
and
Michael
there are all
Apostle's
kinds
in
of.
the
I
house.
got the black ones, and they got the ones that look like old man shoes too. I didn't get those. I got the ones that actually look like real tennis shoes, but
Uh,
they're slip in. They're not slip ons. They're called slip ins, and but hold
good
on a
evening,
second. I'll
Michael.
show you.
All right. Scott Niza says Amazon. Okay. I don't order anything from Amazon. Maybe I need to get an account. Yeah, that's nice.
Ah, come on back over here. Come on.
That
Come
gimbal
on
don't
back
like
over
you
here.
tonight. Went the wrong way. It went the other
Well,
way. You wave your hand over there.
Whoop,
There you
what
go.
happened? Yeah, you got to see my messy house. What happened there
It's
was
okay.
I went too far. This thing, it now spins further than what it used to.
Huh.
And the other day it almost went 360. I couldn't believe it. The new one,
Wow.
the new DJI gimbal that's coming out, the Osmo 8, it's going to do 360 just like the Insta 360.
Nice.
Because people were switching and buying the Insta 360 products now. So DJI was like, oh, we got to rectify that. But anyway, get to
Well,
my sketches. They're dirty because I was in the
oh
mud. It's
yeah.
small, The
I
motorbike's
like
got
that
to park
slip
in the
in. Look at that
field.
heel. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
See, it's thicker.
Yeah,
Can you smell that?
nice.
Oh, that's
No,
wonderful.
a
Oh,
little bit.
that's wonderful. But
They
see, they're
got wet,
called,
huh?
yeah, they dry pretty quick too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
That's
know what
probably
I quit
backwards. Oh,
doing?
I had it
I
upside
quit
down.
wearing tennis shoes. There you go. I
Flip
quit
ins.
wearing tennis shoes because every
Well,
time I wear the tennis shoes, I'm not wearing socks. And if you run into
yeah,
a little rain or anything, your feet
yeah,
just reek. I got to take them
yeah.
off. They stink so bad. I got to wash them, try and clean
Well,
them.
if you wash your feet once in a while, they wouldn't stink.
I
But
know. But damn, that rain, it really mucks up your shoes. Your tennis shoes really makes them
well,
bad,
you
especially
know,
if they're black.
well, you're living in Westworld over there in Masbate. I'm in the civilized part of the Philippines, so you got to wear a closed-toe shoe when you're on a motorbike. So I used to wear the whole time I lived in Thailand. I wore sandals, or I wore my Atta rubber sandals. I wore them all the time on a motorbike. They don't have that law where well, if they do, I didn't know about it, and I never got stopped for it. I always wore sandals, or I wore my Dr. Scholl's sandals because they're so comfortable. And
You
but
can
over
wear
here, I
the you
I
can wear the
switched to tennis
Crocs.
shoes.
You can wear Crocs. They're
Yeah, if
closed
they're
toed.
closed. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I can't wear every time I buy I can't wear Crocs because they make my feet sweat
yeah.
and
Huh.
they prune up and then they stink and then the Croc I can't wear Crocs. I've tried
You gotta
it.
wash your
I know.
gotta wash your feet once in a while.
Well, I figure while I'm wearing the Crocs, I'm washing them. They sweat so much, but getting washing the Crocs. Your feet are sweating when you're wearing rubber boots or whatever without socks on, and you can hear the water sloshing around.
Squeaking.
Because
Yeah,
in Thailand, when I worked on the farm,
and they're done that.
I wore rubber boots, and I kid you not, I would dump out in a glass that much water out of my boots, and it was just from
Yeah,
sweat, just from
yeah.
sweat.
I know you.
I'm like, that's insane.
And they're done
But
that. And they squeak and they stink. And
yeah, yeah, and
Scott
you
and I
slop.
just said your camera, your gimbal's going around 360s. It's been hanging out with Ray.
Yeah, yeah, and if you watch one of my short videos, what I'm drinking here is peach Snapple. Man, I love that. I got to think
Hello,
I
Jen
did that short.
Sopico. Jen's in the house tonight. Jen
Hey,
Sopico
Jen,
Marai.
sweetheart,
Please
how
like
are
and
you?
subscribe.
Welcome back. I lost one
Yeah.
subscriber. I think Angela unsubscribed to me, but I'm
Oh
not
no.
sure. But welcome back, Jen. If you resubscribe, appreciate it. I don't think she ever left, be
I
honest.
think Angela was
But
with me last night in one of my live feeds. Angela was on my site. I don't know if she left or if she's still with me, but
yeah,
I
she
didn't see her
she doesn't want
today.
to. Yeah, she doesn't want to. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
I was
But
going to hook her up with PK. I thought I'd just connect her and PK together.
don't do that, man.
He's a Muslim. He wants 4 wives.
She's not Muslim. That would never work. And
Okay.
she's not going to share.
Yeah. Well, good evening, Jen. How you been? She says, I'm here, young colonel.
I'm here, young colonel.
Do you know
Now
Jen?
you're just sweet talking, Jen. Yeah, I know Jen.
You know Jen?
Yeah, she helped me sell my motorbike.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. And she's holding on to my Jeep right now for me.
Oh,
Actually, I
that's the
gave
one
it
in
to her.
Batangas. The same one who came to pick the Jeep up with the guys.
She's not in Batangas. She's in Luz Laguna. Laguna. Yeah, she's in Laguna. Paquio Laguna.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, Jen. She might not want to tell everybody where she's at.
That's okay.
But
We don't need to know. She's coming to join us and talk to us, so that's nice.
listen to
Took
her.
all this
I took
money.
all the money. I took all the money. Yeah, she took all the money and ran. You know,
Smart
I'll probably
woman.
never I'll never see her again. She took my money and ran. It's all good.
Okay. It's all good. Let her
Yeah.
have it. She can
I let
deserve
her
it.
have it because
She helped you out.
I had to let her have it because she said I never gave her anything. So, you know, I thought I gave her a good time, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. I thought good time was good
What's
enough.
this? You got trick or treaters? Oh, they have trick or treaters here.
That's smart, right? Jan, you're better than that. We know you're
Look,
better than that. You
Lenny's
would
got
never take
candy
something that
box
doesn't
full of
belong to you.
candy. She's going
Oh wow,
outside.
trick
They
or
got trick
treat.
or treaters. I want to see what they look like.
Charm, trick or treat. I want some candy.
Charm's not here. This is Lenny, and she's Steve's wife.
Oh, I'm
We got the
sorry.
kids
Yeah, I
out
met
here at
her.
the gate.
I I met Lenny already, but I didn't see in the back. I thought it was Charm walking by.
Yeah, they
I'm
got a
sorry.
bunch of kids up here at the gate. It's raining outside. It just was storming and just
Well,
stopped. And here's all the kids.
yes, they don't trick or treat here. That's really weird.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
don't
know
trick or treat at my place either.
Mindoro. Well, you know why they're doing that there? Probably, Mike, because
Because
there's
Steve
no
has
mall.
candy.
There's no well that, and there's no malls around. You know, for them to go
Ah,
get here in the city. They go to the malls and the different like condos and
right.
stuff, and
Yeah,
that's where
yeah.
they get their candy. I saw them at the mall the other day, but
Nice. They
but
were doing that in where I lived in Bacaor. They go to the mall, and then
yeah,
in where I live in Masbate, they have this thing where the barangay captain says no trick or treating in the village. I think
really.
maybe they don't want to embarrass people that have no money, like that. They
Oh
just want
well,
so he just says rule out flat out, no trick or treating in the village.
and
That's it.
you just do like we do in the U.S., man. You sit in the house, turn off the lights, and ignore them. I mean,
Yeah,
we did. You know, my parents were anti-Halloween, so that's what we did most years. We just,
yeah,
we sit in the house. It was embarrassing, but we did it. And then we used
yeah,
to
Jim,
sit
that
out
is
in the
smart.
driveway, and we'd sit out in the driveway and we'd hand out gospel tracts. That's what my mom made us do. You know,
Good.
so because we were a conservative Christian family, and that's what we did. And the kids would be like, "I don't want that." Now I look back and I'm like, you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Good enough for
Jen
Charlie
says,
Kirk, good enough for
Jen, I'll
me.
read Jen's comment. Michael Apostle says it's awesome to see trick or tweeters there. They're a bunch of kids. They're like 12 years old and down, younger. The guys who were here today on my live feed this morning, they came by to visit. They were the ones out there at the
Yeah.
gate. All the neighbors
Hey,
right across the
Michael,
street. You
that's
read Jen's
messed up,
comment?
Jen. That's messed up, Jen. Yeah. You give me one good thing, and I'm
You
fine with
didn't kill
that.
her.
The one good thing is you didn't kill me. You're a good. Oh my goodness. I was
What are
more
you
worried about
saying,
you
Jen?
killing me.
Are you saying he didn't lay on top of you or
Hey,
smash
that's
you?
messed up. I don't think we want to go down that road.
I don't know what she's trying to say. You didn't kill her. Of course you didn't. You're a good guy. I agree with
Hey,
her.
I think I probably said to her one time, like I said to my ex-wife in America, I said, "You're just lucky I let you live." So I
Oh,
said,
maybe
my
that's what
ex-wife
it
in
was.
America.
Maybe
She,
that's what it
my ex,
was.
my ex-wife in America was ticking me off one day. I said, "You're just lucky." And she's like, I said, "You're just lucky I let you live." And that didn't go over. That didn't go over too well. I thought it was
No, I bet
hilarious,
it
but it
wouldn't.
didn't. It might be why I'm
Wow.
single.
Yeah.
But
Single that's
you're
long.
you're so arrogant. I said, I'm joking. Give me a break.
How you
You know.
doing for getting your house? You all moved in now? You got everything, most of your stuff broken up, put away, or
Oh,
what are you doing
it's
there?
it's a slow process because I have adult ADD, and I start in one area and 5 minutes later I jump over to something else and fiddle around with that for a little bit, and then I'll see some where they did a lousy grout job on the tiles, and I'll get my scraper out and scrape some of the excess grout off. When they grouted this house or tried to cover up, re-grout it, whoever did it, they just threw the grout down, smeared it around a little bit, and just let it go. And I come in, I'm like, there's grout everywhere. I'm like,
Oh,
man, I would be embarrassed to
they
say that I
didn't
did that
sponge
job.
it off or nothing, huh?
They they tried a little bit, but they goop it up in there, and you got grout line that are so thick, and it's just like,
Wow.
are you kidding? You know, and I shouldn't have done it. But I told the owner, I said, I'll fix this up. I'll clean this up for us because that's awful. He may have done it himself. I don't know, but I'm just like, who did that, man? That's
You know
not how
what I
you
do to
put
clean
grout
that up?
down.
You know what I do, Doug, to clean that up? Take one of those steel scratch pads, scouring pads.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
that, put it under your foot, and just put it on one under each foot,
yeah,
and just walk and rub it back and forth and scrub it with that. It'll
yeah.
come right off.
Yeah, but the problem with that is, I've done that before. The problem with that is depending on your tile, the metal will etch into the
Discolor.
tile.
Yeah.
Yeah, discolor the tile. But I use a wire brush, and
Yeah.
I use a wire brush because it's texture tile in the CR. So I've been using a
Oh,
wire
yeah.
brush on it. I haven't hooked it up to a machine yet. I've just been using my hand. Worst
Yeah,
comes
that's
to
good.
worst, I'll get the drill. I'll get the drill out and I'll start doing it with the drill.
That's
But I wet it real good, and then I go on with, and it comes off pretty easy. And then he's
yeah.
got in the kitchen so many cracks and pits in the tile and stuff. So they went over and they regrouted. Well, all the white, and they used white grout on blue tile. So all the white grout went into all the little cracks and all the little pits. So
Yeah.
what I'm
Oh
doing now is
boy.
I'm getting rid of all that where the grout shouldn't be, and I'm going in with a blue magic marker, a Sharpie, and I'm just
Coloring it.
tapping it. I'm
Yeah.
tapping it, wiping it off real quick, and it stains it blue enough so it kind of. Now I'm colorblind, so maybe somebody who's not will go. Heck's all these little
This
blue
guy's
dots?
gonna walk
But
in. What's all these polka
but
dots on my floor?
yeah, well, it's on the kitchen counter. But my
Oh,
attitude of this is that, hey, it can't be any worse than the white. Oh, it looks like somebody just took grout and like threw it down
flood
and
it.
splattered everywhere and
Wow.
just dried it. I'm like, nah.
Unbelievable.
To me, what I'm doing looks better. But no,
Yeah.
I still got a long way to go.
About the time you
Like
get
I
it all
moved my.
fixed up, you're gonna not want to live there.
Well, I'm already ready to move. I just got to find another place. So it's
I
all.
got
I've
this
already
house. It's
thought.
called the Captain's Cabin. Down there on my other properties, I call it the Captain's Cabin. I could
Yeah.
rename that the Colonel's Cabin very easily.
Well, you can leave it the captain's cabin, and I'll put my captain plate from the
Yeah,
bureau. I'll put that on the front door. It
that's
says
it.
captain on it, and because I actually was a captain, but yeah,
Jen
yeah,
says
it's
I'm too
all
pretty to
good.
be dead. And then she says, you look good in a white polo shirt. She's still flirting with you.
She loves me. I mean,
Okay.
and
Makes
honestly,
sense.
what is there not to love? I mean,
Yeah.
you're probably in love with me. It's okay, and I'm not
Yeah.
even
Love you
drunk
to
saying stuff like that. I know Ray loves me.
yeah. Boy, I'm having a great time over here with Steve and Lenny. I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I
What
believe it.
happened was the reason I decided, he invited me to stay as long as we wanted, but Charm and I were going to leave on Friday. And then it's Holy Week. It's not Holy Week, All Saints Day, right? The Day of the Dead. And
Yeah.
right now, there are literally half of Manila trying to get to Masbate right now
It's
for a
got,
couple days vacation. And Charm and I went
yeah,
through this one other year before, and we know what it's like. And the problem is, from where we're sitting right now, it takes an hour to get to one town, another hour, once the van is full, another hour to get to the port. The first ferry leaves at 6:30. It takes 2.5 hours to get to Lucena. The next ferry leaves at 8. 2.5 hours makes it 10:30, almost 11. Before we arrive in Lucena, the ferry leaves at 2 p.m. and the guy said, you can't buy your ticket early. We asked him if we could buy it when we came into port. He said, no, you can't buy it early. You have to first come, first serve. So I'm thinking to myself, you want to go
first,
fight these 100,000 people trying to get on this one stinking ferry to Masbate on
yeah,
Friday so they can have Saturday, Sunday with their relatives? And then they're going to go back again on Monday or Tuesday when the ferry goes back. They're going to be going home. So I told Charm we stay till the 3rd, which they only go Monday, Wednesday, Friday from Lucena to Masbate. So if we wait till Monday the 3rd, there's nobody going to Masbate. The ferry will be almost empty. Very few
yeah.
people.
Wow.
So we'll be able
There
to
you
walk
go.
in,
Good.
get a ferry and go home, No
Yeah.
problems.
Scott says tonight Ray loves everyone.
Yeah,
And
he's drunk in the
yeah,
skunk. I saw him
I don't
earlier.
know. Why are you saying wow, Jen? Really, I don't know. Ask
Thinks you're
Ask Jen
sexy.
what she looks good in.
She said,
She
advance
looks
happy
good
2
there.
years here in the Philippines.
I've
Jen, what
already
do you
been here
look
2
good
years.
in? Ray looks good in white polo. What do you look good in, Jen?
She
Probably
looks
going to
good in
say
her
a red
birthday suit.
negligee. You're
She
probably
looks
going to
good in
say
her
a red
birthday suit.
negligee.
Birthday
Yeah.
suit. She looks pretty good in that. Yeah.
Okay.
She'll probably
Enough then.
say anything.
Red
She'll probably
negligee.
say everything.
Yeah. Okay.
But
We'll see her
yeah.
response in a minute. I can
Hold
only
on.
see the little circle, the little face circle. I haven't been to her page yet. She's subscribed. I subscribed to her, but I haven't been to her page yet. I've been so
Hold on
busy
one
with
sec.
other things right now.
Hold on one
I'm going to get
second.
there
I'll be
tonight.
right back. I'll be right back. Hold
Okay.
on. I gotta check something here.
Okay. Sometimes we lose you, sometimes we don't. Sometimes you just stay on. You just go to your other thing.
Uh,
If you're real quick,
that was a
you're good.
message from Angela. She says, "Looks like you guys are talking about me, but we're really not." But
No, we
anyway,
love you, Angela. Why don't you come in and say hi to us? So she must be
yeah.
watching in the background. You guys come in, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It's really great when you do
I
that.
don't know. I'm only showing
Ah,
4 people on the live.
Sergeant USA just dropped in to
Hey,
say
Daniel.
hello.
Yeah, I think that's Daniel. Yeah.
Okay, don't forget to give us a thumbs up before you leave there, sir. All right. Going to get
Get
multiple
multi
copies of birth
copies
and
of
divorce certificate for his
for my
passport and
passport.
SRV. Yeah,
Very
don't
good.
forget to get
Yeah,
him, what do you call that? Apostille.
yeah. Get them apostilled in the U.S. there, Daniel, before you come over here, because you
Yep,
don't want to have to do like I did, which is sending documents back and forth. That's not. It's too expensive.
expensive. $60 to
Yeah.
send a package of documents. You better get him apostille while
Show
you're
your
there, then bring him here. You know, I
show your
never had to do
girl
any of
I'm
this stuff.
married. I don't have a
Tell your
girl. I
girl
don't
I'm
know.
married. Who's your
Yeah,
girl?
whatever. I don't know. You.
Jen married?
She says she. Yeah, actually, she is. I guess. Yeah, she's still
Okay.
married. Technically,
Yeah. I'm
she's a
I'm
single.
married also,
She's a
Jen.
single
I got
mother.
3 kids. I have a good woman and I got 3 kids, and I'm not looking for anyone. I got a good woman.
Well, yeah. Jen does a good job. She's got three young men, 2 young men, and a son who's teenager.
Yeah, she's not
And
flirting.
I'm not
We're not
flirting.
either. We're
And
not flirting
yes,
either.
you are, Jen. I know you. And you know what, Jen? By the way, Jen, Mike was in the Navy. Yeah,
Yep.
he's ex-Navy. I know you're a little partial to Navy men. Let's see. Good morning, Scuba Steve. Somebody woke up.
They woke up.
Somebody woke up. Yeah.
Good morning, Mike and Doug.
Yeah.
Where you at, Steve? I
Yeah,
hear you in there.
I was hoping you guys would be sitting there side by side. You got to push your camera out or push your phone out a little bit so both of you can
Hey,
get
we
in
can do
there.
that, but he's not here. No, he didn't come out of the
And
room yet. He's behind that
I was
brown door over there.
I was going to say something, then I realized it wouldn't sound right if I said that, but so I won't say it three-way.
He
And
says, "Oh my goodness, he's laughing so hard."
yeah,
Yeah. So Steve is
now
behind that
that's
brown door. He
Jan.
hasn't come out yet. Give us a
That's
thumbs
Jan.
up, Steve. Don't forget to give a thumb up. Come out here and
Jen's
join us.
imitating me because I always go, "Oh my goodness." Yeah, yeah. Put
Yep.
some
Thank
clothes on
you,
first, Steve.
Sergeant USA. He says we'll do. Have to get them first. Okay, good. Yeah, go get them all and then apostille them. Then you're ready. Come over here and it's going to make your life a whole bunch easier. Get your
Oh yeah.
police report, your background check, police report. Get all your documents, divorces lined up. Get all that stuff apostilled. And then when you come over here, your life will be so easy to get everything. You'll have your
Why you
documents.
call Jen? Why you calling me corn? It's Colonel, not corn. We're not doing kernels of corn. If we're going to do kernels of anything, it would be chicken, fried chicken.
So you don't have, no, he doesn't have anybody yet, Jen. I can tell you that right now. But I hope he does
She's
find
trying.
somebody soon.
She's trying. I don't give out that information. That's a well kept secret. You
Yeah,
know, just keep them. Just keep them
keep him
guessing.
guessing. Yeah, keep him coming
Yeah,
back.
I might have one. I might have one. I might not have one. And
Yeah.
I've got lots of. Honestly, I have lots of friends and
Hello,
acquaintances that are girls.
Angela.
I wouldn't say
Thanks for
friends.
coming
A lot
in.
of a lot of acquaintances that are girls. but
Yep.
not with their if it's like no,
Angela's here. Hello, Angela. We love you
welcome
too.
back, Angelita Rosales. She's gonna be hating on me for calling her that. I actually like that name, though. I don't know why she doesn't like.
It's a
And she
beautiful
couldn't give
name,
me an answer why
Angelita.
she. I think because they made fun of her when she was younger, so she doesn't like Angelita. But I think that's a pretty name.
What a beautiful name. Yeah.
Yeah, and just like
That was
Jen, that's not her. That's not her full name
real name.
either.
Uh,
You know.
well, some people don't
But,
want their real name out there, you know. I can't blame them.
well, no, it's just their nickname. They shorten their name and
Right.
whatnot. But I
A
didn't
lot of
want
them
my
spell
name
it
out there either. But
backwards.
I didn't want my name out there either. But you put it out there real quick, and it's okay.
Cardinal.
We'll survive. I've been
Yeah.
retired 11 years. I'm not as concerned. I still concerned about my family a little bit, but they should
They'll
be
be
okay.
fine. Everybody be
But
fine, Doug. Don't need to worry
I
about
only
that.
had I only had one close call, and I was able to take care of that, or I had someone take care of it for me.
What are you drinking tonight, Doug?
Peach Snapple,
Peach
which
schnapps or Snapple?
Snapple. I got to go get a refill.
But Snapple's not a
I'm
liquor. Snapple
I'm
is
on my
just a Snapple.
I'm on my last Bureau of Prisons mug
Oh
from
no.
Coleman, Florida. I came
I
over
haven't
here
quit
with like
using it.
four. I came over with four of them, and they've all broken except this is the final one, my
I
last
would put
one.
it away. Put it
When this
away.
breaks, no more mementos. Nah, it's just a glass thing. 1 second, hold the four. I'll be right back. I got to get a refill. Yeah.
Much. You can't move. Tears of laughter, tears of joy, I think. Jen?
Yeah, she's being
That's
funny.
right. You look good in your white polo. I know you can hear me over there while you're fixing your Snapple.
Yeah, she's being.
Yeah,
Hey, I did
Angela
find
says you
something.
look good.
I'm not a drinker, but I did find something that's pretty good.
Is it called
I think I
Mule?
should have go already.
Hi, Tita Angela. Hello. Good to see you again. Yeah, we were
Free
just saying good things
advertisement.
about you earlier, wondering where you were because we hadn't seen you in the feed in 2 days.
Well,
We
the
just
wrong
wondered
way
where you
again.
were. Oh, what you got there? Crown Royal? Oh, peanut butter. Wow, look at that. Hello, Steve. Steve's in the house.
Old Smoky,
Steve's here.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee. I think I showed Steve peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter
Tastes
whiskey.
it tastes good, man.
Yeah. We need to set our
It
tripod up. Steve, we should set
it tastes
my
good.
tripod up right here,
It's got a,
but we wouldn't be able
it's
to
got a
see the
whiff of peanut
comments. I'd have to
butter.
get the other phone and we could all be
Hold
live
on,
together. You, me, and Doug.
hold on.
How's your nap? Good?
Yeah, good.
You ready for a meal? What do you think? You want a meal? I'll go get him. You relax. We're going to go get a meal, guys. Hello, Doug.
Hold
I
on.
see your hands. That's like,
Yeah,
take five.
I'm trying to get it back to me. Here's
Oh, your
here's
gimbal
something.
gimbal.
Here's something you haven't seen in a long time, if ever. Look at that.
It's backwards. Hard to read. Saloon. Something saloon. Hose.
Hog's Breath in Key West, Florida.
Hog's breath. Wow.
Yeah. Famous saloon.
Famous
Yeah.
saloon. Hog's breath.
Yeah.
See
What
if I can
they
find a
sell
cold.
t-shirt. Sell t-shirts that say Hog's Breath is better than no breath at all.
Oh no. That sounds bad.
James and Karen ought to know about that.
Yeah. Let me
I think
I'm gonna
I
fix
think
this.
Steve's got hogs there too, I think.
You got hog's breath here, Steve?
What's hog's breath?
He said, what's hog's breath?
My brother's hog's breath.
He said his breath is hog's breath.
There you go.
Oh, you going? Where you going? You come back. I'll bring this over and put it on a coaster for you.
Mine is
Now
now
he's
peanut
gonna
butter
check the
breath.
power on the You got to check the power on the
Thanks,
solar.
Angela. Angela said, Jen is right. You look good in your white polo. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yes, it's a nice compliment.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I don't have a white polo with me.
Yeah.
All I brought was t-shirts. I didn't come here to impress anyone. In my when I came here
Hi, Kuya
to
Mike.
visit Steve, I came here just to visit. You know, do my thing. I think my VA is going to be good. I'm just got to wait for however long till they get ready with that. Wow, Jen says I'm going to Boracay and Iloilo November 22. That's coming up.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
She must be going there to meet her Navy boyfriend. That's all I can figure.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Boracay, that's nice in Boracay, though.
Charm better hold
Awesome.
on to you. She likes Navy men.
Is that
I'm
a USA
teasing, Jen.
Navy man or is that a Filipino Navy man?
USA Navy man. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Must be a surface sailor, not a submariner.
Yeah, he was surface, I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, which reminds me, I'm going to throw a name out there and forgive me to this person for saying I doubt you know this guy, but you might have run into him because you all would have been in the subs at the same time, probably different ones. But you know somebody named Fred Isham?
Say the last name one more time.
Is he Isham or Esham, depending how you want to say it? I worked with him in Beckley, West Virginia. He's a submariner. And
Okay, I didn't know him.
He would have been in the same. Yeah, that's a needle on a haystack. You know,
Yeah.
everybody thinks, oh, you were in the Army. Oh, do you know so and so? Yeah, well, you know, there's only how many tens of thousands of soldiers. You know, it's like
Jen is saying
you
that
know this guy. Yeah.
Jen is saying he's from Uranus. You're Uranus? Is that? I think I know what she's trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice try, Jen, but you got to learn how to spell that, sweetheart. That's funny.
Oh, what a girl. What a gal, huh? How old are you, Jen?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I know you don't ask a lady her age, but here in the Philippines,
she
we
said.
do. 'Cause we don't care.
She's like 20. She's like 28.
Oh, she's got a good head on her shoulders then.
The magic number.
She's got her head on her shoulders. Good. That's good.
I said
And 3
28,
kids?
Jen. You should be happy I said that. But I don't want to tell them your real age is 52. But no, it's not either. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So,
Doug, you're gonna get in so much trouble with these girls. Oh man.
That's like saying, Mike, that I'm from Mars, or you're from Mars, she's from Venus, and I'm from Uranus. Yeah, that's what she's trying to say. That's okay. She can call me she's trying to call me a jackass. It's all right.
WTF. She says WTF. I'm 60.
I'm
Okay.
60.
I don't think so. I can tell by her
Stop
picture she's
talking
not
about
that age.
Stop talking about your mom like that, Jen. I hope she's listening. No, Jen is.
You know why I can't turn this around to get Steve on my live feed?
No, don't show me.
Oh, he says don't show him. Steve don't want to be on camera tonight.
All I
He's
saw
not
was
wearing a
his
shirt.
belly.
Yeah, he's not wearing a shirt.
That's all I saw was his stomach.
His stomach. Yeah, he don't want to be on camera.
Oh my God.
That was the first thing that reached the camera.
Yeah. Doug, you got a great sense of humor.
Oh man.
So
Well,
tell me some more about your
we're-
house. It's funny. You're putting blue speckles all over your counter. What else is going on over there?
You got to
should
love
show
the
us.
taste of.
Can
You
you
have
show
to
us?
love the
Well,
taste.
Give them going nuts.
Nah, it's
Show us
my
what it
house
looks
is a
like.
mess. No, my house is a mess right now. I don't want to show it till it's set up. It's still kind of a mess. I don't have things put away yet. My problem is I don't have the storage space. I'm going to have to either I got to build some shelving units or buy something. And
You didn't bring your tables with you? That you made?
yeah, I got my tables. But it's not enough. Like right now, my camera's, my phone's sitting on the long table that I use for my television because I don't have the television set up because I don't have Wi-Fi yet. And the other table that I'll use to like a dining room table if I ever get a chair will be my table I can eat at. But I usually just eat right here on the coffee table.
Doug, can't you take your smartphone with your data and you can hotspot your TV from it. You turn your hotspot on, you go on your TV, you tell it to connect, it'll connect, you got your Wi-Fi name, and then you tell it to connect to that name, you type in the password from the hotspot, and now your TV works off your data. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. How you think I ever watched my TV to begin with?
Yeah. Well, do it. You said you don't
I
have
just
Wi-Fi.
want
You got Wi-Fi.
I just wanted to hear you explain all that. I do
Ah,
that already. I just want to hear you explain it because that's exactly what I do. If I want to watch
okay.
TV, but I don't have the need. You know, I don't.
I don't
I
watch
can.
TV either.
I I mean, I got this huge TV, but eventually I might. But I'm so like turned off about NFL right now, and that was really the only thing I wanted to watch on TV. Now, if I ever start doing streaming again, but I won't do that with the data on my phone because it uses it too much. But if I ever want to watch TV shows again or whatnot, I'll get Wi-Fi and I'll set it up and do it
Yeah.
that way. But I haven't watched TV in so long. The only time I watch TV is if I go to a hotel.
Yeah.
And there, I like it when somebody logs into Netflix before I get there and they don't log themselves out, and I can watch Netflix off of their
Nice.
Netflix. And
Very nice.
or I watch sometimes some of the hotels have they'll have HBO or Warner TV or
Right.
what I really like is I like it when I go to a hotel and they've got the History Channel because
Oh,
I
yeah.
like to watch the history. I like to watch the History Channel.
History and
And I used
Discovery Channel. I like Discovery too.
Yeah, Discovery's all right. I and Anna Plant sometimes, except when they get too woke. But I used to watch Curse
Jim's.
of Oak Island all the time. But
Oh, I like that.
you got to be able to
So
stomach
fake.
that narrator.
Yeah.
I mean, he's worse. He's worse than I am at repeating himself.
When
And
are they
and
ever
this
going to
is
get done with that stupid journey they're on? They're
not.
still looking.
Yeah, they're not. They're going to drag that. I don't know. I know they spend a ton of money on it, but they got the money to do it. So go for it. But I like when they get
Yeah.
on it. And this is so and so world renowned metal detector expert. Okay, we don't know who he is already.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's just I just
Over and
the guy
over.
cracks me
I
up.
just get tired of watching. I don't even watch it no more. But I used to love it. I used to
But they
wait for them to
repeat.
find the treasure and
Well, they
garbage.
repeat them. They repeat everything too much because
Yeah.
they're trying to fill airtime. It's like,
Yeah.
come on, guys. I
Jen
can put
says
all the
her mother knows she's a good baby. Angela said you're over there blushing. And then Steve says, I remember when TV was free. So do I. It used to be free, huh? No, it ain't
Yeah.
free no more. And then Jen says, here's what she was trying to say earlier. She said, I met the Navy man on Mars.
Oh my
He
God.
was born in Saturn, lives in Uranus. So she's really screwing with you hard now.
I think
And
well,
she
she
spelled it
would
right.
know.
She
I
spelled
think
it right.
yeah, she must have Googled that. I think I think she's drinking. I don't know. I think she's drunk.
Could be. Could be. I'd like
Yeah.
to see her face
Angela,
right now. I bet she's
I
blushing.
didn't blush, Angela. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I didn't see you
Unless
blush.
it might be might be the peanut butter whiskey. I
Could
don't know.
be.
What did I miss
My
before
face is
that?
all red. I don't know why my face is so
Sixty.
red. Why'd my face so red? I didn't get in the sun too much, did I? I got a little bit of sun today.
Well,
Huh?
it rained a
No,
lot here today.
we just
It was
started again tonight.
Okay.
it was strange here. The
I've been
weather. I mean, it
sleeping
was
just like you.
there.
Nice.
Yeah, there was like blue skies here, then rain clouds, and then rain clouds hanging around, blue skies in between. It was a strange day here.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
Well, here it was blue all day, a few white clouds, puffy clouds off in the distance. And as soon as it got dark, kabam, here comes the rain, pouring hard. Yeah. You missed all the
Oh, we're
trick or
down.
treaters.
What?
All the guys came here trick or treating for candy.
That was the noise was.
Yeah. Did you
You
get
save me some candy?
look in your box? It's over there.
Yeah.
She did. She gave him some each, I think. But yeah, there's a bunch of them out there, like maybe 5 or 6, the same guys, I think. But the gate was shut, so they couldn't come in.
Mike, I have a popular channel when there's 3 people in the live stream, and it's
And 9
Steve,
likes.
Jen, and Angela. I mean,
Yeah.
you're popular when that happens.
No, you got 9 likes. You got 9 thumbs ups. I did 3 people getting 9 thumbs
Yeah.
ups. That's the awesome part.
People came in and left.
Yeah.
Scott
Jen said,
Scott
Mike,
must have left.
She says, my corn kernel said he can't sleep thinking of me. Well, I'm
Hmm.
looking at your picture. Maybe I need to stop. Never mind. Yeah, get me in trouble. My wife's in the other room, probably watching too.
Corn kernel. Shouldn't that be kernel corn? I don't know. Okay, whatever. It's a
Well,
kernel of corn, not a corn
sometimes
kernel. Well, you
they,
can say it's a
yeah,
corn kernel, I guess.
sometimes they
Yeah.
twist it
I
around their
can't
words.
sleep thinking of you. Is that because I'm scared of you? Is that why I can't sleep thinking of you? Because I'm scared? I don't
I'm
know.
looking at her picture. I see a lot more than I wouldn't be scared of, but
I don't see which picture is she showing. Oh yeah, that picture's like from 15 years ago. Yeah.
she's sexy,
Yeah,
huh?
right now it says
I see why you liked her, Doug.
Now that's actually how old's that picture, Jen? 2 years? Year and a half? I'm just messing with you. I said 15 years ago.
She said it's her favorite.
Corn.
Corn is her favorite. She likes corn.
Are you drunk, girl? She must be drunk.
Yeah, she must be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like corn too.
I don't
You
even
know,
know. I don't
I
even
pop
know.
a can of corn open and I melt some butter in it. Ooh, man. And a little salt and pepper, black pepper.
I like popcorn.
I
Yeah,
do
I don't
too.
know how to. I even got a can of cream corn over there,
2
and it's
years
not from
old.
the CR.
Let me ask. That's a crazy. Doug, let me ask you something. You ever put black
Yeah,
pepper on popcorn when you're cooking it?
not when I'm cooking. I've had it on it afterwards.
I've never done
Yeah,
that. I love corn. I love popcorn. I've never put black pepper on it. I've done the
try it.
sugar. I've done the cheese. I've got to do the cheese and black pepper when I get home. I'm going to make some.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not big on the
Yeah.
cheese on the pop, and over here they like to do that powdered cheese on the popcorn. I'm not big on that. You
Yeah.
know, I'm a buttered popcorn type person.
Jen
You know,
says she's
I
not
like.
drunk. She just don't like alcohol. You ever had her drink with you?
Hey, honey,
Let's not go there.
get some popcorn.
Yeah, I
Okay.
won't tell that. I don't want to
Get some
embarrass her. I
popcorn.
won't tell that
Some honey
story.
popcorn.
But
Okay.
Sweet popcorn.
Wow, here come the
I
rain
don't.
again.
Yeah, I love it.
I
It's
don't drink
pouring.
alcohol. Come on, Jen. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not going to tell on you, but I'm just saying. Come on now.
That'd be like Ray saying he doesn't drink alcohol,
I
huh?
thought that the inflation
Right.
had it
Now, Jen doesn't. Jen does
No.
not drink.
right.
She doesn't typically drink, but if she does, she's all in. That's all I'm going
Yeah.
to say.
It's like
She's
Charm.
all in.
Charm doesn't drink, but when she
Yeah.
does, she's all in. You guys have
Yeah.
heard
That's
her
what,
singing and watching her going passing out because she's been drinking too much. She's
yeah.
a
'Cause
lightweight.
She was. Oh, shut up. Okay, Jen. I'm sorry. I seen Charm at that karaoke. She was lit. She
She
was
was lit.
lit.
Yeah, she went
Yeah.
all in. And then she's
Yeah.
passing
She
out,
was
laying on the couch. Yeah,
lit.
Charm does that. That's Charm.
Yeah.
She'll get drunk. Usually she'll last to the end of the party. But she didn't make it that night. She was passing out before it even came close to the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't drink. I can't drink. I'll pass out. I'll get sleepy quick. Yeah, that's why I never could figure out the smoking the marijuana stuff either because the couple times that I tried it and I'm going to be like Bill Clinton and say I didn't inhale. It just made me sleepy.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I don't see what I grew it in Thailand because I was allowed to just for kicks. I wanted to see if I could make it grow and it did. I had a little baby. I threw. Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm growing marijuana. Can't do that in the U.S. But
Can't
can't do it over here either.
do it
But
over here. Look at Angela.
uh,
What's that face?
what
She
is it? I
anger?
can't see it.
It's got like squiggly lines for a mouth.
No,
What does
that's a
that mean?
zipper. That's a zipper.
Zipper.
She's not saying anything.
Ah,
She's not
Jen
saying
said that's her
anything.
first time to be drunk. Oh, well, that's good. You got to experience that, Colonel. You got to see her drunk for the first time in her life.
I think that's a bunch of BS. I'm not believing that. I'm not believing
Uh,
that, Jen. I'm not believing that one bit. You did that too professionally for it to be your first time.
knows how to take those shots, huh? Follow up with a chaser.
I didn't even see it, Mike. I just saw the after effect. I just saw the after effect.
She's laughing her ass out right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy, that rain is coming down. We're supposed to go to the beach tomorrow.
Jen,
I hope this
Jen,
rain disappears.
you need to put your mom on here, Jen. I hope your mother's watching this so she can learn all these things. Yeah, let's get your mom on. Let's get your mom in here.
I
Yeah,
gotta tell Charm to come cook those lumpia, huh? Or is that for the party tomorrow?
lumpia.
Huh?
Send some of those over here.
Oh, she
Jen makes
cooked
some good
some.
lumpia. Yeah.
So we're going to the beach tomorrow to check out this white beach over here in Marinduque. And we'll see how that is. We went to town today, and luckily his order came in because he ordered 4 12-packs of mule, and Lenny ordered 15 or 5 3-packs. They come in 3 at a time. You can buy 3-packs. So she ordered 5 of those for 15 mules.
Wow.
So she ordered 15. Steve ordered 48 mules, and we'd already gone to the very last 2 we had out of the 17 we had total since I came here. So we got
you get
more
enough
mules. We know
mules,
what
you're
to
gonna
do
have
with.
some serious. You get enough mules there, you're gonna have some serious horsepower at that house. But
Serious,
Jen, Jen says my
serious
stomach messed
stubbornness.
up. Yeah, she said my stomach messed up too much laughing here. Well, Jen, that's what happens. When you have a big stomach and you laugh too much, it starts. It gets messed up. So I'm not saying you got a big stomach, but you just might want to think about that.
Oh
If I
no!
get laughing too
Oh
hard,
no!
it can be painful.
Reach that screen and knock you silly.
Well, hey, only she knows if she's been gaining weight or not. I'm
Uh,
not verifying any of that. I'm not
well,
there. I
you
can't
saw
say.
her. Didn't she just come to your place to pick your Jeep up?
Now, Mike, why you got to go put fuel on the fire, man? I'm doing just fine myself. Getting her mad at me, and you're trying to add. Oh, she says she's dieting now. Now she's going to see. Now she's going to come back and say that I said she's fat.
No, she's gonna
And
diet because she's got her Navy man coming into town who lives in Uranus.
Well, if he's in my
Who is born
if
in
he's in my
Saturn
anus,
or however
if
she's
he's in my
doing
if he's in Uranus, he's already in town.
it.
That's what.
So much fun with you in here, Jen. Thank you for coming
Now
in. We appreciate it.
now one thing I can say, Angela, she's not chubby. She's so thin. Matter of fact, she needs somebody to feed her, I think. But I will tell you this. Let's talk about cooking a little bit. I know Angela, she makes good spaghetti. I know that they bake some good stinky fish because it smelled up my whole house. When her family starts cooking that fish,
Nice.
oh my goodness. But now Jen, she cooks some really good sopas and she makes awesome chicken curry for
Wow.
sure.
I
I'm
want
only
Rena
46.
from India to teach me how to make curry Indian way. Hello, Ricky. Good evening from Bangkok.
I'll take the Filipino way, man. The Indians can stay in India as far as I'm concerned, but they can I've had African curry from oh wait, no, maybe that was Indian curry. Some missionaries came to our church. No, that might have been Indian curry they made. But it was great,
They
man,
make a
because we
good
had
curry. They make
we
a
had it
yellow
on rice
curry and a red
with
curry, and both of them are delicious.
well,
I've
that's what
had
they
them
do in
both.
Thailand. Yeah, that's what they do in
Yeah.
Thailand. They have 3. They have Thailand, they got yellow, red, and they got green also.
Well, she
But
only gained 3 kilos. She's not big, 50 kilos.
yeah, but you got to remember she's like 4 foot nothing, you know.
Ah.
So no,
Rick
she's
says
taller than me.
I really
She's
like
taller than me.
Penang curry. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wish I could
Penang,
have some curry right now. Wow.
Ricky, that Penang is some good. That was my favorite. I go in there to a restaurant and I just say, you got Penang
He's,
Moo, which is
yeah, he's over there
pork
now. He's
curry.
in Thailand. Ricky's in
Yeah.
Thailand. You know what?
Were-
Why don't you do
Was he
this,
on here?
Doug?
Was he on here the other night? What part of Thailand is he? Where are you at, Ricky?
He's in Bangkok.
Oh,
He said
okay,
good
that's
evening from
okay.
Bangkok.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't see that. Oh, my bad.
Yenna's 5'2". She's the same height as my wife.
I know.
I
I was
wonder how many
joking.
Filipinos are 5'2".
A lot. I was joking when I said she was 4 foot nothing. I just wanted to see what she'd say.
She said I'm only 47 kilos, maybe
You
up to
were
50, and she's
you
only
were
five
lighter.
foot two.
You were lighter than that, Jen. You were lighter than 47.
Could you pick her up and spin her, Doug?
Well, I would just say with Jen that if she's 47 kilos, I would say that a good 15 kilos of that is just on one part of the body.
Okay. Just your kind of woman there, Doug.
Yeah. No, I actually prefer small ladies myself, but yeah,
I
she
can
got
see
it
it in her
going on.
picture. I can see that 15 kilos in her picture.
Well, when I first met, never mind. I'm not going to tell that story. Never
Don't go
mind.
there.
I'm not going to go. I'm not going to
Ricky
go there.
said, I'll read it. Ricky says, I'm in Bangkok. I chatted you before, Colonel. You gave me some solid advice on how to navigate dating and relationships in Thailand, especially Isaan. Thanks.
I remember Ricky. I just didn't remember the
Yep.
name, brother. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I got some timers, and but I do remember you being in Bangkok. Yeah, and I remember that too.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Ricky,
some of
when
the
are you
most
coming over here? Are
beautiful.
you going to come over here to the Philippines or are you going to stay in Bangkok? If you're a
Yeah.
Navy man, maybe Jen's available.
Jen, are you available? I think she's available.
Angela's available, but I hear her. I'll try to hook her and PK up.
I don't know if Angela. No, I wouldn't do that. But
Jen says, I
she's
know
not
I'm
going to
pretty
go for
even
the.
though I gained weight. You know, a little weight. People look at weight gain, right? I'm going to talk about gaining weight. Look at my tummy. Okay. I gain weight. It's right here. Mule. You see it? You gain weight, you lose weight. You go through stages in life when you can gain some. Yeah. Look at Doug. He's patting his belly. He gained a little. He'll lose a little.
Hey,
He'll go up and
I'm
down, but he'll
listen.
maintain.
I'm in really good shape, best shape of my life, because
Yep.
round is the shape.
Me too. Yep.
Pear shape is a pear shape is a shape. It's all good.
He said, Ricky says, I'm definitely coming over. Burning season is just around the corner. The
Oh
pollution
my
in
goodness.
Bangkok is really bad. I know. I
Yeah,
believe
but
you.
Ricky, it's funny they outlawed burning the sugar cane, but they still do it.
Yeah. Jen
Yeah.
says she has a good shape. Round.
Well,
I'm going to get in trouble myself. You're talking about people. I love
I
people. I don't want to talk about nobody.
yeah,
I got a good shape too. I think so. I'm a little fat
yeah.
in my tummy, but it can go away. All I got to do is quit drinking. But it's my last vice. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't do anything else. I work hard and
Well,
I drink a
I
mule.
can't.
Cheers,
I can't
folks.
say I don't. I'd like to say I don't do drugs, but I do drugs every day. But it's best way to keep my blood pressure down than doing drugs.
I don't call that a drug, though. I call that a maintenance pill.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a drug. It's just not an illegal drug. You you
Right. Not
you
an
mean you
illegal
don't
drug.
do illegal drugs?
No. Angela's here. She said you gained weight, Colonel.
Okay,
What are you
that's
spinning there?
fine.
That look like a pair of panties.
Actually, no, it's my phone cover. I got
Oh,
to take the phone cover off to put the phone in again. Actually, Angela, I haven't gained weight. It's just the way the camera is showing me and what. But I haven't gained.
nice.
Nope, I have not gained.
Yeah. She
That's too
retracted her
late.
message.
We already saw that you said you're just listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ricky
listening for
was
anything
thinking of going to
incriminating that I
Dumaguete.
might say.
He says he was thinking of going to Dumaguete, but you two have really opened him up to explore other parts of the Philippines. Good
Yeah,
job, Ricky. Because
yeah,
Dumaguete
Rick.
is not all that in a cookie too. I'll tell you what. You got probably 50,000 expats now living in Dumaguete because everybody brags it up, brags it up, brags it up. And Dumaguete, it's not all that. Iloilo, where Doug is a much better city. And it has a lot of expats too. Where I live is a much better island, and we have way fewer expats. I bet we don't even have 20 expats on the whole island. And I love it that way. Colonel, you froze. Yep. You're frozen. They sit around the bars and complain. All they do is stand around there and get drunk and complain of each other. What the hell? Why are you even there? You know, the majority, and you see, they come in the expat groups. The guys that live in Duma, they come in the expat groups and they think they're all Latin and cookie too because they live in Dumageddon. What the hell? They don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Yeah, you're frozen. You're frozen. You need to off your phone, back, turn it back on, and go back on YouTube, and you'll be live again. Click on your live. You will. It'll come back. It'll come back. Just you're off. You're back on. When you get back on, you go to YouTube, and then you click on your live again and resume. Go back into it. You froze solid. Jen says, honestly, I'm on a diet now because I went to the doctor yesterday. She got a whole abdomen ultrasound, and it's not good for me to eat too much, but I'm going to be fine. Wow. Well, Jen, I think it's time we start saying prayers for you because it didn't sound like you got anything good come out of that doctor's visit. Ricky says, I really don't like negative expats sitting around bitching all day. Yeah. Angela says, hi. Ricky, when you come to the Philippines, I recommend you just bypass Manila. There you are. You're back. See, I told you.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do what you told me to do, though. I did something different.
All right, it worked. But
Takes too long.
I'm telling Ricky, I don't recommend you go into
off.
Manila. If I'm Ricky, I wouldn't go into Manila at all. I would fly into Cebu and I would start my journey around from Cebu, visiting the islands around Cebu. You got Samar, Leyte, Tacloban area. You got Masbate. You can jump up to Pilar, Pio Duran, the Sorsogon, that area. Go across on the other side to Panay Island. Go to Iloilo, where Doug is. I wouldn't even go south to Dumaguete to save my life. I wouldn't waste my time, honestly. It'd be like me going to Subic Bay or Olongapo or Angeles City.
Olongapo was. I went to Olongapo. It was a nice city. It reminded me a lot. It was. It was. Yeah, I walked all around. I walked all around there, and I was fine.
But the expats are like the expats are probably 1-to-1 with the Filipinos. That many.
I didn't see that many. Like here where I'm at now too. There's expats, but I mean, it's not. I haven't had any issues or anything, and and like you say, yeah, most of them are with their wife. Jen says she went to the doctor. She's on a diet now, and that's good, Jen. You got checked out, and I'm assuming you're not pregnant. That's not why you gained weight, so that's probably a good thing. Let's see. Not good for me to eat too much. Not good for me to eat too much either. And it's not good for Mike to be drinking all those mules. He's going to start kicking. But I'm going to be fine. Well, that's good that you're going to be okay. I hope you're not joking and that you really are going to be okay. Hey, Angela. Ricky, yeah, really don't like negative expats sitting around bitching all day. Yeah, I mean, I can do that on my own. I don't need to listen to other people do it,
Exactly. I don't like negativity at all. When someone starts talking negative, it's like a big turnoff. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be around them. Either come in and be positive about life or just take your negativity and walk away. It's
yeah. Hey, that's pretty good. Ricky says I was checking direct flights from Bangkok to Cebu and Iloilo, about 60 bucks. Yeah,
there you go.
And that's pretty good. That's
excellent.
3,000.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't even go into Manila. You're not going to get a cheaper flight to Manila. What are you going to say? $5? And you're going to spend that going to Cebu or Iloilo. You might as well just fly over to Cebu and Iloilo to begin with.
Yeah, and if you do last minute flights like I did to Thailand, I was spending 15,000 pesos. So,
Wow.
like just under $500 round trip. But that's because I was doing it, 2 days before leaving. So you,
Yeah.
you pay a little. So if you're going out and you're getting them just, 3,000 and some pesos, you're doing good. Or whatever the bot is, it's not going to be that much.
I
It's
think
probably
Charm and I paid like
2,000 and some baht.
15,000 for. I think we paid 15,000 pesos for 5 of us to fly. We went to Bangkok.
Yeah.
Round trip. It was round trip. It was
Yeah.
real cheap.
Yeah, I'm
Cheap,
talking
cheap.
about round trip.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
very
round
cheap.
trip.
I didn't bring my
Yeah.
razor, guys. That's why my face is all scruffy, looking like Grizzly Adams here. You got plenty? All right. I need to
If
pop
I,
me a razor off tomorrow. I'm
hey,
going to get this
if
scruff
if
off my
I
face.
did that, then everybody would know why I'm called the Colonel. I'd be looking like Colonel Sanders again. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Just do it for
that's
the hell of
funny.
it. Why not? It's like, sometimes I'll go like 3 days,
It's
4
too
days,
hot.
and I won't shave. And I just get tired of shaving every day. I don't like to shave every day.
Oh,
So I'll go a couple
well, I
days. You'll
mean,
see me get scruffy. I'll
I
shave
don't
it off.
I don't shave every day. I go every 2 days, or whatever. I have to because the hair on my head grows faster than the hair on my face. Well, I don't know. They probably grow at the same rate, but yeah, if the hair starts growing back on my head, I start getting shadows, and then I get white around here, and then a little bit of dark up here, and nothing up here, and yeah, it's ugly. It's
Time to
scary
clean it off.
looking.
Yeah. Ricky
Yeah.
says he's booking it week in advance. The round trip is 120 from BKK. So
Okay. Yeah.
what are you
Yeah.
doing in Bangkok, Ricky? Are you working there or what's the deal? Why do you need a round trip ticket? If I'm in Bangkok and I'm ready to go, I get a one-way ticket. But no,
Well,
what's going to happen? You're right.
he's living there, so why would he
Yeah.
do one way? He's got to go back home.
Well, that's true. But when you fly into the Philippines, you're going to need a going out ticket anyway. So why not pay for a round trip ticket? You're going to go home.
That didn't last.
Wow.
That didn't last long.
Apples. That's
That's
1
gone
liter or
worse.
what? 1 liter?
That's more than 1 liter.
2 liters.
That's a 2 liter. 1.89 liters, 2 quarts,
He
64,
said he has a
64 ounces.
condo. He has a condo and a girlfriend in Bangkok.
Is it a girlfriend, really? Or is it something else? Inquiring
Well,
minds want to know.
Read his next comment. Only you can answer that.
Yeah. Yeah. Can the Colonel speak a little on his time in Deeper's darkest Isan? I only know a couple words in Isan, but I can speak quite a bit of Thai. I forget it until I get back there. Then when I get back there, it all comes back to me, most of it,
Nice.
unless I'm missing something.
Yep. You guys don't forget to give us a thumbs up in the window. We only got 3 watchers. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Steve, are you
Yeah,
watching
Ricky.
still?
Pumputai Dai Nitnoy. Yeah. Where in country or town? I lived in both, Ricky. I lived on Phuket for a while. When I first went there, I was in Phuket.
That's
And then
it shows 3 people.
I lived in both, Rick, in the countryside and in the town. And when I was in
You, Ricky, and Jen.
when I was living in Isan,
I'm looking at. There's 4
I lived
now.
in the town first, and then I had a small business. I had a shop in the town there, and I was building a farm and a huge house out in the country, out in the middle of nowhere. And I had a pond excavator or a lake excavator. It was about 3 rye, and I was filling that up. I had a deep well dug, and I had farm fields. I was building a house 14 by 14 meters, 1 story, and about the same size as Steve's house there, which Steve's house is beautiful, by the way, for anybody that's watching and doesn't know where that's where Mike's at. But
Beautiful
yeah,
home.
Steve's house is awesome. It's huge.
Oh,
It's a lot.
He'll only be
like
seen.
what
I
my
put his
house
big
was.
belly in the camera again.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful home there.
All
And
above the lighting here on the ceiling is all blue lights. All the recess you see, you can turn on the blue
yeah,
lights all the way around. The whole house has that. Beautiful. They
yeah,
did a really good
yeah,
job making this
the
house.
coffered, yeah, the coffered ceilings. Yeah, Ricky,
Yeah.
Phuket, before I left, we call Phuket Little Moscow.
Yeah, I heard
You're
that
saying Little
too.
Russia. We called it Little Moscow. I actually went back. I went back to Phuket to live for a final time, and there were so many Russians there at the time, and most of them were young men
Mafia.
and just hanging around, cigarettes hanging out of their mouth. You couldn't even walk on the beach sideways because your butt, as we say, asses and elbows. And I just was like, no, I'm not living. And I was down in Rawai because that's where I like to live, all the way in the southern tip of the island. And I just thought I spent 3 weeks there, and I had a friend who was letting me stay at her house, older lady, and I said, thanks for letting me rent the room here, but I'm not staying here. I ended up going back and I ended up in Prachuap Khiri Khan, just south of Hua Hin, which I lived right on the beach there. It was awesome. But
Nice.
there wasn't really anybody there socialized unless I drove into Hua Hin, which is that's a great small
Hello,
city
Jen.
in Thailand to go to if you're a foreigner. But
Ricky's asking, did you visit Udon Thani? Used to
I
be a
used to go
U.S.
to
base.
I used to go to Udon all the time. I lived in Nong Bua Lamphu, 45 minutes to the south of Udon. We used to go up to Udon because I'd go to Pizza Company or go to the mall there. But then they put a pizza company downtown in Nong Bua Lamphu. But what I did with Nong Bua Lamphu, then I moved south to Sibunarang, and that's where I had my. We had a shop selling ladies' underwear. Good business to get into, and because they always need new underwear.
Jen said hello again. She's back in the room. Let me ask Jen something. Jen, do you like
Okay.
military guys with beards?
Yeah. While
I
she's
don't. I
answering,
don't.
yeah, Ricky, Udon Thani is where I used to I used to have to go to immigration there, and then Nong Bua Lamphu got their own immigration office right in the town, and very small immigration. But what it do is all the expats that were in Nong Bua Lamphu province and around it didn't have to go to Udon Thani anymore, and it was nice because you didn't have to drive all the way up to Udon. And but really, the immigration office, they were great. I never had issues with them. Nong Bua Lamphu, when they first opened, I didn't have issues with them either. But the one guy that was there, that he liked my ex, and so I always got treated pretty well. But he left, and then they had a younger guy took over. He wasn't as how should I put it? He wasn't as amenable to the foreigners as the last guy was, and he was he was getting nitpicky about some stuff, and it wasn't as easy then. But then I left, and I went back to Phuket, and I got stuck
How
in
often
Phuket
does a
till
foreigner
COVID.
need to go to immigration, Doug?
Every
In
90
Bangkok,
days. Every
90
90 days.
days.
Well, it
So
depends.
here you do it every
It
2 months.
depends. Let me rephrase it. It depends. Okay. I had a year-long retirement extension. I had an OA visa, which is a year, and then you do a retirement extension every year. But even though you have a long-term visa, every 90 days, you still have to go check in at immigration, tell them where you live
Oh,
and things like that, or verify
they
you're living in
charge
the
you
same
money?
place.
Are you charged money every
No,
time?
no, there's no money for that. No
So it's
money
not
for
like the
that.
Philippines. You get a
No.
long-term visa, but every 90 days they want you to say, hello, you're still alive. I'm still in
Yeah.
Thailand.
And you can do it online. They do have an app online where you can do it online.
Okay.
But and I never had the few times I did it online, it was I never had an issue, but a lot of people complain that there's issues with it and it's hit or miss. But the couple of times I did, I didn't have a problem. But I always like going to the immigration office because it wasn't inconvenient for me. And then they see my face. And then when I go in to do my year renewal, they already kind of know, okay, we've seen this
Here you
guy
are.
before, and let's just do
Right.
it. Because my experience in time was that they always looking at you like you're a criminal, whether you are or not. And it used to infuriate me because I'm like, I'm about as far from a criminal as you can get. And
Yeah.
I was on the other side of the wall, and for them to treat me like that, and I
You're freezing up again, Doug.
go in.
Okay,
But
you're back now. You're freezing up there for a second. Ricky says, I heard
okay.
a lot of NAM vets are based in Udon because of their tour of duty there.
Yeah, but those. I think that's getting more far and few between as the years go by. If you know, not a whole lot. I mean, there's
Well,
non-vets
maybe they're
still
moving to
around, but
Vietnam now. I heard Vietnam's pretty receptive to foreigners now. So maybe it's a
yeah.
little easier to have an immigration visa for Vietnam than it is to
But
have one in Thailand. I
my
don't know.
understanding, my understanding is it's cheaper in Vietnam, uh, because the bug hasn't caught on there like it is in Thailand and everything. Thailand has figured out the cash cow is from the foreigners, and
Yeah.
but
And the
but from what
marijuana.
I always wanted to go to Vietnam, but every time I watch videos, the traffic is horrendous from what I can see, and I'm like, man, I don't want to get in that mess. It's worse. That's worse in Bangkok. The videos that I saw
Well,
in
what's that river
in
there in
Vietnam.
Vietnam? What's that Vietnam river that's very popular? I always see a guy who was on TV, the Mulong River or Moong River or
Well, you got
some
Mekong, but
Mekong.
that's yeah, but that's all the way between Thailand and Laos. Also, that goes
Okay.
yeah. The
They're
Mekong Delta you always hear.
talking about the Mekong Delta, the villages, the water people that live on the river there. They do all
Yeah.
their cooking and everything from boats, and that's what I kind of wanted like to go see. I think
Now,
that'd be very interesting to go see that.
yeah. Now, my dad told me, my dad was in Vietnam, and my dad's passed away now, but he he always told me go to Vietnam. Said Doug, you need to go to Vietnam. He goes, make sure you go to Vung Tau, and because that's where they used to go for their R&R. They would go to Vung Tau, and there's beaches there. He said it's beautiful there, and I would
Nice.
imagine it was beautiful when he was there. I can imagine now it's even more beautiful because I used to play an
Yeah.
online game, and one of the members, and we were a group of people playing together on a team. And one of the guys, a nice fella, a young fella from Vietnam, and we got on other social media, and he sent me pictures from near where he lives. Those beaches, they could rival anything I saw in Thailand. And the beaches in
Wow.
Thailand are just as beautiful as any of the beautiful beaches here in the Philippines. The Filipino people get upset when you say that, but they're like, "Oh, we got beautiful." I'm like, "Listen, dude, I lived on a beach in Thailand, and I've been to some beautiful beaches in Thailand with white sand, not black sand, not gray sand,
Well,
are here." But
Philippines is ranked number one again for the best beaches
that's
in the world.
that's fine. That's fine. They go between
Recently,
that.
a poll.
They go between
Yeah.
that and Thailand.
Yeah.
Years
Between
ago with Thailand was the number one beaches, but it's probably because they stopped picking up the trash. That's probably why it went down. But
maybe.
I've
Jen
been
said
to,
it
I've
doesn't
been,
matter, Colonel, as long as you're a good person and have God in your heart. That was an old
that's
message. I was
right.
just reading, catching up on her. And Ricky
That's
says,
right.
Colonel, you made a great point, and that's the reason I'm looking to move to the Philippines. I feel I'm not welcome. It's more like I'm tolerated.
Yeah.
It's good for short tourism, but living as an expat, it's not much good anymore. What he's saying. I don't
Yeah.
blame
And
him.
Ricky, honestly, when I went to Thailand 11 years ago or over 11 years ago, I went there to stay. And I used to tell the family that I was with, hey, if I kicked a bucket, just throw me out in the rice paddy, burn me, whatever you want to do. I said, just don't do the Buddhist ceremony because I'm not Buddhist. But if you want to throw me in their kiln or throw me in their oven and burn me, that's fine. I didn't really care. Just, get rid of me.
Yeah.
And, but because I'm not in the body, I don't care. So
All right.
anyway, um, I think some people still love it there in Thailand, and they would argue with some of the stuff I'm saying, and that's fine. I just can give you my experiences. But the way I got it from the Filipino from the Thai people is that exactly they want you to come there, and the government they want you to come there. They want you to spend all your money. Matter of fact, if you're a millionaire, they want you to come there, and they call them schemes. They have schemes, and any government that's going to tell me they have a scheme, I don't want to be part of it because it's just bad. And that's also ignorance of the English language by the Thai people in the government who think they speak English, but they really don't have a grasp of the language. They'll say scheme instead of a plan or a program, which would be a more appropriate word, but they say scheme.
Yeah.
And
Scheme
so
makes it sound devious. You know, it
exactly,
sounds
and
devious
corrupt, which
and corrupt.
very well could
Who
be.
wants to get into
But
a scheme?
they want you to come there. They want you to spend all your money, dump all your money that you have, your life savings, which I kind of did that, and spend all your money, and then they want you to get the heck out. We
Yeah.
we don't want you to live here
Broke.
forever. Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
want you to live here forever. They just want you to come here, spend money, and then go back to your country. And if you want to come back again, here, spend all your money and go. They don't want. Now, there are people, obviously, that they marry a Thai lady and they just love it there, and they're living the life. My Australian friend, he loves it, and he married a woman there that he met. I believe he met her in Phuket, and they got married, and they're just loving life. And he's got a beautiful home, and they've turned it into like a botanical garden. It's beautiful, and her family just treats him great, and that's great. Good for him. That wasn't my experience.
Hello, Michael
So,
C. in the
you
house.
know, so
Michael
it
C.
just
says,
depends.
Michael C. says, good evening, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Good live tonight. Thank you, Michael
Thank
C.
you.
Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to
Thanks,
give your
Michael
thumbs
C.
up to us. We really appreciate it. And
Yeah,
good to see
appreciate
you
that.
coming in. How is Cavite these days? What's happening over there in Cavite? Because it rained like
Thank you.
cats and dogs here in Marinduque. I'll tell you what. Twice
Let me
tonight
go
now.
back
It's dumped.
and excuse me. And Ricky, I will say this: if you ever come to the Philippines and you have to deal with immigration, you're going to see it's a huge difference between going into an immigration office in Thailand. Now, I had good experiences in the Phuket immigration office. Some people don't. I never had issues with them. One time, one small issue, but it was my fault. And then the other time in like Hua Hin, their immigration office. I used to go to the mall. They had an extension office. That was great. And most of those ladies in there, except for one, were very friendly, very nice. Sorry, Marie, I wouldn't give you a plug nickel. I wouldn't give you a plug
We know what's
nickel
on
for
your
that Sorry
mind
Marie
tonight.
office. Well, no, I
Michael
almost said
says all
something I
is
shouldn't
good
have
in
said.
here in Tracy. He's in Tracy Martires. I was going to go down there, Michael, and when I was in Makati. Hello, Diane Dupuis,
I know
French.
Trace Day very well.
Diane says, "How are you?" Hello, how are you? But anyway, Michael, what I did is I went
Hi,
to
Diane.
Makati. I just wanted to go get my immigration done, but I needed to also go to Cavite because I had bought a house and lot there in Tanza. And but what we ended up doing is my brother-in-law met us at the Pitex in Parañaki, and we
Hold
gave
on,
him
Mike.
all of our documents.
Hold on, Mike. Excuse me. Diane, where are you from? Go ahead, Mike.
So we passed all the documents to my brother-in-law right there at the Pitex, and then we went on our way to Makati, did what we had to do for the VA, and then scooted our butts out of there. We're now in Marinduque visiting Steve over here. Scuba Steve, you guys know him. He's been in the chat many times. I'm here with him. We're
Ricky,
going to spend till
yeah,
a couple days.
yeah. Ricky's a master scuba diver. Dived all over Thailand, but not the Philippines. Where does Steve recommend for best diving in the Philippines? I understand there's some
Steve?
awesome diving here in the Philippines.
Where's
I
the
don't
best
dive,
diving in
so
the Philippines? What do you think is the best diving? Surigao?
I know they dive off
Where's
of
the whales
Batangas
at?
on the west coast side.
Surigao. Samar?
One neck of
Tacloban?
bottle of vodka.
Mandaluyong.
Bottle of
Yeah, Michael C. I lived in Mandaluyong for my first 18 months. Okay.
Before I get to Jen's comment, I almost choked thinking about it.
Where's that?
Panglao.
Where is
I
that?
heard
Diane?
Panglao Bohol is nice.
You're losing me there. Palawan, El Nido. Ricky's asking, Diane, where is that? I don't, Mike, can you help me out with that? Diane's comment?
Point Tremble. I don't know where that is. Point O
I don't
Tremble.
either. I don't
Michael
either.
C says he lived in Mandaluyong for his first 18 months. Wow. Well, it's good you got
Yeah,
out of there
I read
and you
that
moved over
already.
to Cavite and Tracy. A lot less smog where you're living now. I can tell you that. But going back into town, traffic's not good either. from Tracy. I hate the traffic over there. All of Metro Manila area. I
Montreal,
don't like
okay.
it.
One of our northern French brethren.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diane, please subscribe, like the channel, give us a big old thumbs up. Much appreciated. Jen says, wow, Colonel, you miss nipples, nah?
What? What'd she say?
That's why I held off from
Okay.
reading your comment until you were really focused.
I didn't see that comment.
It just
Diane's
got
in
there a
Montreal,
minute
Quebec,
ago.
Canada. Yeah.
Ricky says Palawan El Nido.
She ought to know.
Palawan El Nido, I hear, is so nice. I don't know that I would want to
Well,
live out there. It's far from everything. It costs you a lot of money to go back and forth from Palawan if you want to come into the mainland.
Hold on. I'm
That's
trying to
why.
find Jen's comment because I didn't see it. I still don't see it.
Go up above. Ricky says Palawan El Nido. Make sure your comments say all messages, Rick. Not just top messages.
Well, it did, but since I came in here, there we
Right.
go.
Because you froze.
Yeah. Hold on, I guess.
I'll just read it.
Wow,
She
you
says,
missed nipples. Nah. Oh
there
my
you go. You
goodness.
got it. I had to wait till you got focused on that one. I'll let you read that one. Palawan El
Jen,
Nido. El Nido.
there's so
Doug,
much I
have you
could say
been?
to that, but I'm not going to.
Have you been to El Nido or Palawan yet, Doug? I've never been.
No.
One day.
Palawan's on my list. That's on my list, and
Yeah.
I was kind
Did
of
you guys
waiting.
see
Kind of wanted to
Fido?
go. I kind of want to
You
go
see
there with
Fido?
somebody. I don't want to go by myself.
Yeah. If you see Fido Republic, his name is Mike. He has his channel. He does interviews of single mothers over there in Palawan. He gets their opinion. He does a lot of his channel is interviewing single mothers, and he pays them 1,000 pesos for a 4-hour interview. And that's what he does over there. But now I think he's moving. He's going to get out of there. He's got some issues to
I
take
might,
care of, so he
I
needs to
might
leave
start doing
Palawan.
that. I'm going to come
Yeah,
to
you should.
Masbate and I'm going to start interviewing the
The
females
province
in
girls.
Masbate.
I
We'll
think you do
start with
really well at
Judith.
that, Doug. Yeah, I
I
think you
don't
do
know.
really well. You do really well.
I don't know. I
Just
don't
make a
know.
list of questions. Get you about
Yeah,
2
that's
hours worth
easy.
of questions because the answers
That's
are going to
easy
take
to
another
do.
2. So if you need
That's
help,
easy
let me
to do.
know. My wife
Next,
will kill me. You can-
yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure Charm's she's really going to jump on board for that. Yeah. I'll
But
run that by her sometime.
She might come go to your interview just so she can explain the women's side.
I might interview Charm. That could be that first interview. And honestly, all joking aside, I bet that would be an outstanding interview because
It would
she's had
be.
to put up with your.
Smart lady too. She's a
I'll
smart
just
woman.
leave it at that. She's had to
Yeah,
put
she
up with
puts up
you.
with my ass.
Yeah, I
Diane
was
is
going to
from
be polite.
Montreal. That's why the
Yeah,
French last name.
we read that
She's from
already. Yeah.
Montreal. I'm not sure I pronounced it right. I said Dupuis. Dupuis. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but it's
Yeah,
probably close.
we passed that already. Mike, try to keep up.
Diane says, I don't know, Ricky. Michael says, I live about 800 meters from the mayor. Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty
Jen
close
says
to the
Coram
mainland.
Bay is good diving. And yeah,
Wrong
we
Bay.
won't talk about the nipples. I had a mess up on the tongue there. Wait,
Yeah,
that didn't
you
sound
did.
right. Never mind.
Yeah,
Mistake about 2 kilometers, Michael C.
2 kilometers. Yeah, I live
Yeah, we're
about
at the end.
15 kilometers from the mayor where we live, but I go to his house
Hey,
quite often. Charm and I do. We're very good friends with him and his wife,
yeah,
so we go visit
Jen,
him all the time.
Jen says good diving is in my. What kind of diving are you talking about, Jen?
Oh man, woo!
Because
Jen's in the house.
because are you talking about the lake or are you talking about
Where she
something
lives.
we shouldn't be talking about? I'm just. She
I think
lives.
we'll leave
Hey,
that one
Mike.
alone.
Just for
The lake.
clarification, Mike. She lives. Hi, Angela, or is that by?
That's high.
She lives on that big 3-finger lake. Lake, what is it? Lake Laguna or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge lake. I've driven around part of that, and that's beautiful. Driving
Beautiful
around
there.
that
Yeah.
lake is
Yeah.
especially when you go around the Paquio Laguna side. That's a beautiful drive. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, we've
And,
been there before. Charmer drove that before.
Yeah. Let's see.
Good diving over there, huh, Jen? Good
How
diving,
come you
huh? We
haven't?
like diving.
Yeah, Ricky asked the Colonel, how come you haven't put up any videos about your time in Thailand? Would be good content. You have ton of experience and must have some stories to tell. Actually, Ricky, some of those videos that are on my channel that people might think is the Philippines is actually Thailand. And
Very good.
like the one of the beach with the waves, that's right in front of my house. I mean, when I lived in Samuel Yacht Beach, below Hua
Nice.
Hin, I used to love it. I would get up in the morning and I'd cross the road and I'd be right on the beach and just walk out. And the tide would go way out, kind of like up at Rojas City when the tide goes out. And then in the evening, I'd go out there, I'd get my little folding chair, take my fishing rod and my salted bait, and I would go out there with my surf rod and I'd go fishing as the sun went down and let it get dark because that's when the fish would bite, right after it turns dark.
Can I read the comments to you, Doug?
Yeah,
Michael C
well,
says you guys are having too much fun. That's really cool. Yeah, we have a lot of fun in here, Michael. Glad you could come in.
yeah,
And you know,
yeah,
another
Mike.
thing,
We gotta bring you on one time, Michael. I think you went on with you going with Ray. I think you went on with Ray one
yeah,
time.
he went on with Ray already.
So, yeah, we'll have to hook up or get together sometime or whatever. That would be
Let's
cool
do a
too.
live together. Yeah, I'd enjoy that.
Wow,
That'd be
you
fun to
missed
watch.
something. Jen, I'm not even going there.
Angela says
Diving.
diving, and she's got the grins all over her face. We know all about what these girls are talking about, Doug. It ain't no secret. We already got
I'm
it
not
figured
even
out. We're smart
I'm not
guys.
even blushing. Not even
I know,
blushing.
me either. My face red from the
Mike
sun.
burst into Mike burst into laughter while diving. What a
Yeah,
charm.
I like diving. Yeah.
I predict you're going to get smacked upside the back of your head, Mike.
Yeah. She's in the room
That's
watching
funny.
her stuff right now.
Yeah,
She's not bothered with what
Michael
I'm doing.
sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember, Michael. I think I friended you on Messenger on Facebook. I think I got to go back and check. I got so many. Yeah, we need
Lots
to
of new
figure out how to
friends.
do
Now that
that.
we have channels going, we've gained a lot of friends. I got a lot of good friends, guys. I have especially made a
Yeah.
lot of friends on here. And
Well, what
you
happens?
guys ever want to
The
go
real
live with
names
me, just
pop
let me
up.
know. I love
Well,
going live with
sometimes, like,
guys.
yeah, well, sometimes the real names pop up, and I have to figure. I'm like, is that so and so? I think that's so and so. I just send them a friend request and see, and it usually is. Yeah.
There's a lot of us
So,
Michaels on here. You got Michael Fluke, Michael C, Michael White. You got a lot of Michaels. So, Angela, that's a secret. My wife's in the other room.
well, yeah, yeah. I'm not doing any diving, so
I
my
dive in
scuba gear.
Masbate, guys. I live in
My
Masbate
scuba gear is
Island.
retired.
You guys really want to see a beautiful island? You come to Masbate. Come over and visit me. I walk down
You know,
about 10, 20 seconds or 30 from my house, my front door. I walk down the hill and I'm on the beach. I have my own beach.
Mike, did you watch the videos of Mike and Kat? From Canadian Beaver. They went over
I've
there
been
for the
watching.
rodeo
No,
and
I didn't
stuff.
see that one, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen the rodeo one. But the rodeo is here,
Yeah.
guys. It's April. If you guys want to come over for the rodeo, that's in April. And Doug, come on over. You stay at my house, and we'll jump in my truck. We'll go up to the rodeo.
I'd have a blast doing that. I'd have a
I know.
blast.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I got
haven't
room
I
over
haven't
here,
ridden,
guys. If you want to come visit
I haven't ridden a horse
and go to the
in
rodeo,
ages,
we'll do
but-
that. We'll go to the
Yeah,
rodeo.
I haven't ridden. I think the last time I rode a horse, I was in my 30s, maybe late 20s.
Well, I don't think you're going to get on a horse
while.
over there, are you? We could put you on one like James did. James got on a horse. He just went down the street to
if I
Sampad
was
and
on
told
that-
her, "Hey, can I use your horse?" The guy let him hop
Mike,
up on it.
if I'd gotten on that horse would have been looking back saying,
I thought that horse is going to break under James. I swear to God,
Yeah,
that
they'd be
little
like-
pony. That pony
Yeah,
must have been, what the hell you do? He probably cussed his
James
owner
is light.
like that.
I guarantee you, James is lighter than I am. If I got on that horse knees would have buckled, and he was like, "Nah, you get off of me, boy."
Yeah. That was a small
I could-
pony. That's the kind they run over here, though. And like
Yeah.
I was talking to David Jessup, he wants to buy horses over here, but he don't want to buy the little ponies. We're going to buy Western horses for him, for his farm over here. So we'll get Western horses. We'll get real cows. Get some good cows over here.
Well,
Brahmas are
they
really
got full,
popular.
they have full size horses there in Masbate, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That was
Yeah,
a
they have
pony.
Western horses.
That was like a little
We'll
pony
find
James.
some. But the
Because
best
they
thing
even
to
got 'em in
do,
Thailand.
is buy them young, and then break them in yourself. And
Yeah.
make the horse what you want out of it. The horse will love you. Rather than buying someone else's headache, they mistreated a horse or something. You don't know what's going on, and you go over there and buy that horse, and you got some on your little ass, and you don't even want it,
Uh-oh.
wasting your time and
Uh-oh.
money.
Angela's speaking Tagalog to Jen with, oh my goodness, no telling where this is going to go.
Let me read it. Wait a minute, I'm gonna read it. I didn't. Oh, Jen, hindi na yan makakat.
Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. Hold
They're
on
just
a
talking
second.
about diving. They're talking about
Wait,
diving,
we
muff
gotta go back.
diving.
Wait, we got to back up.
You
Ricky,
gotta back way
after
up.
him says diving. Ricky says, Colonel, what do you think of rumors of U.S. Navy coming back to Subic Bay? They're already
Not a
there,
rumor.
Ricky.
Not a rumor. They're
No,
here.
it's not a rumor. They're already there. They're
Yeah.
actually some are already there. Trump says he wants to bulk up defense posture in South China Sea. It's already there, Ricky. I would just say that it doesn't. It's not. I don't have any issues whatsoever about that. There are some Filipino people that are probably not happy about that. Those are the ones that are going to be your activist groups that are against the American military soldiers coming in and taking advantage of the Filipinas. But what I say, it takes two to tango. But there were some issues back in the day with that where some of the servicemen were mistreating some of the Filipinas and things like that. So there are some activist groups that absolutely will
there's
not.
two sides to the story.
Exactly, and that's what I just said. There's
Yeah.
it takes two to tango. And but I did watch a video of this one lady from activist group. She absolutely hates the idea of the U.S. military being in the Philippines because of that, not because of strategic reasons. And
probably
each of their
because
own.
she's never experienced
that's their
it.
thing.
She probably never experienced it. She probably just heard about what occurred back then.
No, Mike,
A lot
I
of them don't
disagree.
know.
She was old enough to live
Okay.
through it. She's not a young lady. She's an older lady. She's probably in her
She
60s.
might have been 13 too. Because there was some
Who
pretty
knows?
sick stuff going on, but it was the parents' fault. It wasn't necessarily the servicemen's fault. Servicemen should have had their eyes open more and realized, hey, this cannot possibly be an 18-year-old girl. But it was the parents' fault because the parents were putting their kids in the bars and getting money from the bar fine from the bar to have their kids there. So it wasn't really the foreigner's fault because they were putting girls there, putting makeup on them and pretending they're 18 years of age. So a guy goes in, he doesn't know how old the girl is. You can make up a girl who's 14, 15 years old, make her look 21.
I agree, but on the other side,
it was a bunch of BS is all it was.
On the other side of that, if you
could have more common sense.
If you have higher moral standards, especially if you have a wife back in the U.S., why are you doing that anyway? But that we could have a whole discussion on that.
Yeah, we should have.
Said, he loves to dive. He can't dive anymore. Can I visit there? And then Jen Hindi Nayan.
Does she want to visit you in Iloilo or me in Masbate?
He needs ballot before he vote. What? Is that balut?
Balut. Before he dives. You need balut.
No, thank you on the balut. That's not happening. Both of you know that.
Just give him the blue pill. It's okay. We just use the blue pill, girls.
More Tylenol. Oh my goodness. Philippines needs America as China take large swaths of Philippine Sea. Yeah, China's out there flexing the muscles, but you got to give the Philippines credit. They're not shying away from the Chinese boats, not at all, not one bit. They're out there doing their thing, and it's a shame that China is trying to do their little flex or their big flex. Yeah, Mike.
Jen's welcome to come out. She can hang
are
out
you
with
saying
Charm.
Nasbate Jen or somewhere else?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She's going to come visit there. She
Angela
can go hang
doesn't.
out with Charm. She'll enjoy herself.
That,
We'll have a great time.
that
The
was
girls
funny.
there, love
You
her there.
deleted that, Angela. You deleted that, Angela, but that was funny.
No, we already read it. It was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
You said kidding. Angela, kumain. Muna,
Muna,
farming, balut. She's talking
balut.
about eating
I,
balut.
I think we don't want to translate that stuff. Oh, Jen says masbate.
Yeah, Masbate is beautiful.
Masbate. I love it
Masbate
how
is
I
a
go
very
live
beautiful
and
place.
I go live and people want to come in and air out my laundry. I just, that's just a wonderful thing. Oh my goodness. It's all good.
You want
It's
me to
funny.
ask Charm to translate that for you perfectly?
Negative. I think I don't want to know what it says.
Yeah, all it's talking about is eating balut. You don't need to eat balut.
No, I'm not eating balut.
That crap.
I
Don't
could
eat that
get,
crap.
I could, where I live there in San Juan, around the corner from where Angela is, I could have got balut every day, but no, thank you.
Yeah, they serve it quite frequently in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Everywhere they
okay,
go
Jen.
around balut, almost
Jen
as much
says
as
you need
balloon guy
more
bread.
balut to be strong your knee. Okay. Ricky, living in Masbate so long, I think you've gone native and become Filipino. Is there anything wrong with that? Is there
Yeah, I
anything
love it,
wrong
Ricky.
with that? You
Let
know,
me tell you,
I
when you
don't.
come to Masbate and you experience what I do, I am native. You're right. I love it. It's absolutely the way to live, man. I'm gonna see if I have translator on this phone, just for the hell of it, because
I
I
look
don't.
at it. If you have the ability, if you have the ability to come to a foreign country, where it's the Philippines or any other country, and you can live off the grid like Mike's doing, and you have the means and the ability to do it, it could be a
Do
really
it.
good life. It could be a
Do
really
it.
good
It's a
life.
wonderful
Now,
life. Yeah.
if you're a city boy, you're not going to survive. It's just not going to happen. But us country boys, we can survive.
You
And
know, Doug.
I'm kind of middle of the road. Sometimes I'm country boy, sometimes I like going into the city. It
Yeah.
just depends. And over here in Panay, it's kind of like half and half. You're kind of like you got a city that's countrified. I mean, that's kind
A-
of how I feel.
Angela
You know,
says she means that you ate a lot of balut when your knees got stiff from diving.
I I no words. I got no words for that.
I don't know
I
what
got no
it's
words.
between you and her. It's between you and her. I
I
don't know
got
what you're
no words.
talking about. Scott
Nothing
Niza
wrong.
says, I
It's
like the
great.
small towns. He likes small
Yeah.
towns. I do too. I like the small villages and towns. And guys, where I live, I'm not close to a town. I'm 30 minutes away from the nearest small town. Almost two
Well,
hours away from from Masbate City. I'm all the way at the other
welcome
end of
back,
the
Scott.
island. You
Yeah.
come on, Jen. I'm just anytime you're ready, let me know. I'll notify Charm.
Yeah.
Charm will get
I
everything
want to.
set up, and you
I
guys
want to see
can
you get on
come
that
over and have
boat.
a great
I want to
time.
see you get on. I want to see Jen get on that boat and go over there to Masbate.
She'll have fun. She's coming from there in Batangas area. All she's got to do is jump on a boat in Lucena, shoot right over to Masbate City, and then from Masbate City, it's only 2 hours to my house. Very close then.
I want to see her go out on a fishing boat with you.
We'll take her. She go out there fishing, make a video, let her hang off the side with the camera like I do, and shoot them fishing, pulling the fishing on the net.
Yeah,
If you
that's
come,
fun.
Doug, I'm going to sit opposite you because if you sit on the one side where I sit, like I do on the Kauaian out there, and anybody leans the wrong way, that boat's going over. I'm gonna sit
Well,
opposite you.
but they need to make sure that they throw the nets out on the side where I'm at because I'm going to be chumming the fish. You know, I'll be tossing
Okay.
my cookies. I'll be tossing my cookies out there the
You get
whole time. And
seasick?
oh yeah, that's
God
why I
damn
was in
it,
the army.
son.
That's why I was in the army, not the Navy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now I'm okay as long as the sea is calm. But if it starts rocking and rolling and they weigh or they drop the anchor, I'm in trouble. Yeah,
Yep. I know what happened.
I'll
My
be in
my
trouble.
son's phone keeps turning on by itself. It's got a virus on this phone. I know it now. He's
Wow.
got a game on here he put on here that's causing it to do whatever it wants to do. I need to sit here tonight and turn all his games off. Wow.
Yeah, or time to get time to get a program on there to take all that stuff off.
Well, that's
You
like when I
know,
was trying to get on the live feed with you tonight. I was trying to use his phone because mine was trying to charge. My wife was using it for Gcash. So I'm sitting here trying to get on with his phone. Every time I click on join, I'd get 10-second a commercial. It wouldn't let me join. That's
yeah.
what caused three. They just turned on by itself. Just turned on.
Wow.
I wasn't touching it.
That's
Sitting over
strange.
here.
Ricky says, Colonel, I
Uh,
would love to have some beers with you. I bet you
and
must
she
have
cooked
some epic war stories.
lumpia. Lenny cooked lumpia.
I don't know, Ricky. My war stories are probably going to be from my time in the prisons, working in the prisons. And
We know what we should
I
do,
can tell
Doug.
you
We just,
some
how are you going
stories
to get
about
to
living in
Masbate?
Thailand.
How are you going to get to
So,
Masbate? You going to fly?
who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm gonna take a boat, man. I'll take a boat.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, as long as they keep going and they don't stop, I'll probably be all right. It's when they
Okay.
stop and you start rocking and rolling, yeah,
Okay.
that's when I have
Well,
problems. But
maybe by the
if
time
they
you're
keep
ready to do
going,
that,
what's
maybe
that?
by the time you're ready to do that, I'll bring my Queen Charm boat to Carlos. And all you have to do is cruise up take the bus up to Carlos and a tricycle right up to where we're going to be and just jump on my boat and we drive back here. About three and a
Can your
half
boat
hours on boat.
can, can your boat hold my motorbike?
Of course.
I'll just bring my
No
motorbike
problem.
up.
Yeah, you
Bring the
should. I
motor,
got a pretty good sized boat. My boat can
you
carry a
know,
bike, no problem.
unless I could park it and if I can park it and it would be safe. I don't need to
I
take my
got bikes here
motorbike to your
too.
place.
I got bikes
You
here
know,
too. I got a lot of bikes.
well, that's what I'm saying. If I could park it on Panay and it's safe enough, I could just
Yeah.
park it. But if somebody's going to
James
steal it,
did. No, no, no. In Carlos, we have relatives in Carlos. You can park it in their yard at their house.
oh, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
relatives there. We don't even go into the pier in Carlos. We pull up to their house, to their beach with our
yeah,
boat. And
yeah.
then
No,
we just go from
no
there. We get what
fees.
we need, shop or
Yeah,
whatever, and then go get on the boat and go. But yeah, my boat, my big couch I got from my friend from Germany that lived in Rojas, that big sectional couch with 3 recliners. I brought that and the grill table that's underneath my gazebo. We brought all of that in one trip on my boat
yeah.
back to Masbate.
Yeah, Jen
So
says,
my boat,
"Thank you guys. You make me laugh, even if I'm in pain." Well, that's good, Jenny. You got a little bit of levity
I'm sorry to
out
hear.
of this live stream.
I'm sorry to hear
That's the
she's
whole
in
purpose.
pain.
I love to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ricky says, Colonel, I'd love to have some beers. I bet you must have some epic war stories.
yeah, I read that already. I read that. Man. Yeah,
I know. Ricky says,
yeah,
are you a
Ricky.
sailor? I am a sailor,
My
Ricky. I spent 20
yeah,
years on submarines, submarine related activity in the U.S. Navy. I retired and
I'm just a
I
leg
love the water.
soldier. I'm just
Yeah,
a
he's a
leg
soldier.
soldier, Ricky.
But you
Yeah,
guys, I bet you never seen a Navy guy and an Army guy get along so well, did you? I get along great with Army guys. David
yeah.
Jessup, you, I got a lot of Army friends, It's
Well,
awesome.
that's because we restrained Mike from. Oh, I saw a video today. I wanted to send it. I think it was on Instagram. I wanted to send it to you so bad. It
I
was
have
showing.
Instagram.
It was. Well, I wish I'd sent it to you, shared it to you. It was showing the different military services doing PT in the morning, and it started out with the Marine Corps, and they're up there, hardcore, and they're doing push-ups, they're blowing a whistle, they're doing push-ups, and then it showed the
Right.
Army basically doing the same thing, and then it showed the Navy. That was hilarious, man. It was fun. They were doing some kind of dance, moving the hips, and it was hilarious. And then they showed the Air Force. I was Gino. I wanted to send it to Gino too. And then they showed the Air Force. Oh my goodness, they were even gayer looking. They were even gayer looking than the Navy guy. It
Did they
was
show the
hilarious.
Coast Guard?
They, I didn't see Coast Guard. Or did they do Coast Guard? Yeah, they did have Coast Guard on there. But the Coasties were doing it like the Army. They were all that.
Really?
But when they got to the Navy and the Air Force, man, they dogged you guys out so bad. I was
Send it
like, man,
over.
I
I
got to
enjoy
send it.
that. Send it to
Well,
me. I enjoy
I
that.
don't think, I don't think I could find it again. But it was hilarious. It was
Ricky
on
says, or
one. one of their fees.
Ricky says,
It's
thank you for
hilarious.
your service. Jen says, I'm going to enjoy riding motorcycle there. Yeah, Jen, it's a lot of fun because it's open country. There's no traffic. It's like, just watch out for potholes, chickens, and bad boy running across the road. You'll be okay.
Yeah, but Jen, I don't think he has the luxury vehicle you got. He doesn't have a PCX. He's got, like little rougher motorbikes. She got a PCX.
I've got a Dominar 400 if she knows how to ride big bike. It's fast.
Yeah. Hey, Ricky, ain't nothing wrong with being a jarhead, man.
Nothing wrong
You
at all
know,
with that. You know what the
you know,
jarheads do? They come on the Navy boats. They're part of
yeah,
the military Navy. The Marines
yeah,
come on the Navy boats and get transported to where they need to go. The amphibs, the carriers.
yeah.
They come over and join us
I,
all the time. I
I,
get along great
I
with
hear you.
jarheads.
Yeah. Scott
I like them.
says I want Air Force PT. I'm with you, Scott. What's their PT test? They got to run. They run what, 1 mile? I mean, I
No,
I'm here
Air
to
Force
tell
don't
you.
have the best mess halls, Scott. We do on the submarine. We have the best food, guys. We get the steak and the lobster. We get the cream of the crop
Yeah,
on the submarine. You guys don't get that
yeah,
out in the field where we are. We
yeah.
got
I'd
it on the
have to agree.
submarine. That's why you don't get it.
I'd have to agree with you on that, Mike. From what I understand, but I
Yeah,
will say this: when I got
food's good.
stationed up in Alaska, I got stationed in Alaska. Okay, I wanted to take my little Ford Escort with me, so I had to drive that vehicle all the way out to Washington State to put it on a ship, so that the
Right.
ferry, so they could take it up there to Alaska for me to Anchorage. And while I was there, I got to stay on the Air Force base, and I saw something that I'd never seen before on a military base. And I grew up in the Army. Okay, I
Right.
saw dormitories. I got to sleep in a dormitory as an Army soldier. I got to sleep in a dormitory. I just
How
thought,
many beds were in
you
it?
I was like, you pansies. Yeah, no, I had a room to myself. I had a
Oh,
dormitory to myself. I thought I was back in
wow.
college. And I'm like, man, I'm
Damn.
living, these guys got it made, man. They don't know. When I was in the station of Fort Hood, Texas, I lived in a barracks before I was
Yeah.
married. I lived in the barracks, and we were on motor pool, and we were right across from the ranges. And when they were doing the MLRSs, or they brought in the A-10s and we're doing shooting at the tanks, we got to watch all of that, but you couldn't sleep. But you could watch all that, and the whole
Yeah.
barracks would rattle and everything. But man, I stayed at
Shaking
that
up.
dormitory. I stayed in dormitories at McCord Air Force Base. I think it was McCord. And oh my goodness, I left there. I was like, you idiot. You knew you should have joined the Air Force, but you didn't, because I had to be I'm gung ho. I had to be Mr. Gung Ho, shoot, move, communicate, kill everybody that got sort of out, Ranger, don't leave anybody. Yeah, all that stuff, Charlie, Mike, and yeah, Mr. Gung Ho. And
Scott said it's
but when I
true. He
stayed
was
in the
in a two bed
dormitory,
with
I was like, man, I
two bed
messed
and
up.
bath.
I messed up. I
Yeah.
joined the wrong. I joined the wrong branch. And of course, my dad's laughing at me too. But I will say this: first time I went to tell my dad, I was in college, and believe it or not, I was in a Bible college, and I went to my dad, who was on the faculty of the college, and I said, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to join the Marine Corps, because I want to be all gung ho." And I remember, I never forget my dad. I'm like, I wasn't at parade rest standing in front of him, but I was being polite, because he was the real colonel. And I just read, he kind of put his pen down, rocked back in his chair a little bit. He said, "Well, Doug, I love you." He goes, "But I'll support whatever you're going to do." He goes, "But that's not what I would do." So he told me about joining the Marine Corps, because that's not what I would do. And
Told you straight up, didn't he?
yeah, and he just kind of chuckled. He goes, "I love you no matter what you do." He goes, "But that's not what I would do." So I thought about it, and the more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Why am I joining the Marine Corps when I grew up in the Army and I already know everything about the Army already?
Yeah.
I can go in the Army. I already got. I mean, I'm 3/4 of boot camp. I already know what time it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I shaved my head before I went in, because I knew they were going to shave my head. And
Right.
but anyway, that's how I ended
Mhm.
up in the Army, because but I was going to go in the Marine Corps first, because I was Mr. Gung Ho. I played football and all that kind of stuff, and I thought I was all that. But anyway,
Scott said
let's
his
see.
basic, he says he was in a 2 bedroom with bath barracks. Scott was Air Force.
Wow. Wow. Ah, Scott
He
wasn't
said
Air
his
Force.
basic was Fort Knox with the barracks like in the movie Stripes.
Yeah. Yeah. He must have been a tank. Were you a tanker, Scott? Was that a tanker?
I use it for
Yeah.
charging.
My boot camp, my basic was a, oh, I lost you, Mike. My basic was a, what we call flat dicks.
Life?
Fort Dick. Yeah. Am I frozen? Am I
No,
still there? Okay.
you're still.
Yeah, Ricky says I became a Marine because family tradition. That's okay, Ricky. We ain't gonna hold it against you.
I knew he had an outlet over here. By
Army
the
Satellite
couch.
Communications. What year was that, Scott? Because I thought Fort Knox was all armor. I thought Fort Knox was. Or am I getting? Wait, Fort Leonard Wood was engineers and stuff, I believe. Fort Knox, I thought was tankers. But it's changed so much. Like Fort Dix, they don't even do boot camp anymore or basic.
Ricky said
It's
he
funny.
became a Marine because it was family tradition. He
Yeah,
went in
I
the
read that.
Marine
Yeah, I
Corps.
read that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
read that. Yeah,
And Scott, he was Army Satellite
yeah.
Communication.
Hey, Scott, did you ever go to Fort Monmouth, New Jersey? Just curious. You might not be allowed to talk about that if you did, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
They did a lot of electronic stuff at Fort Monmouth back in the day. I don't know. I don't even know if that's open still. I found out where I graduated high school was the
Fort
most
Gordon.
secretive Army base in
said,
America.
no, he
I didn't
didn't.
know that.
He said no, he didn't.
Base was in Fort Knox and then he went to Fort Gordon, Georgia. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. He didn't go to Fort Monmouth. All right. Just curious. Fort Monmouth was one of those places where you really didn't know what they were doing there, but they were doing some high tech stuff. And
Ricky
then
said I
found
did
out,
basic in Paris Island, South Carolina. I was stationed in South Carolina in Charleston on my
Yeah.
first submarine. We left the shipyard and we were there. And I was on the submarine in 1978. And in 1979, we left Pascagoula, Mississippi and went over to Charleston. And I was stationed in
Yeah.
Charleston until 83.
Yeah. Hey, Ricky, do you know what sand gnats are? I'm assuming you guys might have had to deal with. I've been by Paris Island many times, but I never, obviously never went there, but I've been by it and going through South Carolina. I dated a lady in South Carolina for a while. Nice lady.
Yeah. I got married, my first wife in South Carolina.
God bless her.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you know what?
I
I went to sea the first time I went to sea on the submarine. I came back. She had another boyfriend. I'll be damned. My neighbor
Well,
told me, he says,
hey,
I couldn't
you
let my
can't-
kids play with your kids
you can't
because
blame her,
they came
Mike,
to my
'cause
house and told me that your wife had a new boyfriend. I stopped them
Mike, you
from going next door.
hold on, Mike. You can't blame her for that because you probably had a new boyfriend too.
I did. You know,
you Navy
130 guys go down, 65 couples come up.
I know,
You know
but
the
then you
joke.
split it. You split up as you get off the dock, and I don't get it. You guys,
You don't get that. You'll
oh my
figure it out
goodness.
one day. Yep. You'll figure
Then
it out one day.
Scott says, then South Korea, Lebanon, then back to Fort Gordon as an instructor. There you go.
Nice.
There
Ricky
you
says
go.
his first wife was also from South Carolina. Actually, my first was from Tennessee, but I met her in South Carolina. And she came walking out of the ladies' restroom in the bar, and she had about a 6-foot string of toilet paper stuck to the bottom of her foot. And she comes walking through the bar with toilet paper stuck to the bottom of her foot.
Wait.
I had to
Alright,
stop
that's
her and tell her, hey, excuse me, you got toilet paper on your shoe.
that sparks a memory. That sparks a memory from my high school days. Okay. I used to work in this Italian American restaurant and bar. It was called the Old Farm Inn. It's outside of Fort Meade, Maryland. Anybody who's been there, I don't know if it's still there or not. And there was a liquor store beside it. But anyway, I used to wash dishes and pots and pans, and then I started cooking there. And but when I was doing the pots and pans, and then I was busting tables and things like that, one of my other jobs was I had to clean the restrooms. And I learned from that job that cleaning the men's room, as nasty as we are, was so much better than cleaning the women's room, the ladies' room, which there was just some nasty female dogs right there. I'm not going to use the word I wanted to use, but they're nasty. I used to go in there. You think toilet paper was bad? What do you go in there and you got a feminine hygiene product stuck to the stall wall, and you're like, "Are you kidding me?" You know?
Doug, did
I
you
mean,
see
just
my last video?
there's a trash can. There's a trash can right there. Why you got to stick it on the wall? You know, somebody's got to
Damn.
clean it. And it was me.
Did you
Oh,
see my
it was
last
some
video,
nasty.
Doug? I just made a
No, I
video.
didn't.
The boat trip, the ferry from Lucena
Yeah,
to
I
Marinduque.
watched some of it. I watched some
And
of it.
did
Yeah,
you see when I
I didn't
walked
watch
over
all
to
of
the
it.
CRs? I said, and this is the CRs, the Lucky, the men's room, and this is the Babai, the female's bathroom. Boy, it stunk worse over there. I said it on the camera too. I said, damn, the CR stinks.
Well, I'm here to tell
Watch the
you.
video, you'll see it.
I didn't see
Oh
that part of
man,
it.
it stunk.
I'm here to tell you, even as far as like incarcerated individuals, I'd much rather deal with the males than the females for
Yeah,
many reasons. Some of the stuff that I used to find in the I mean, in the female housing units, let's just say, I won't talk about it here, but it was just, that's some nasty stuff, man.
pretty
I'm just like,
disgusting.
I left it, I walk on, I'll be like, "Wait, I don't know why we don't know why we like them so much, but they're nasty." You know, it's just, but yeah, when you said that about the toilet paper, that took me right back to that the ladies' room at the old farm inn where I used to, I mean, the freaking pads stuck to the wall, and I mean, I just peeing on they
You
think
watch
guys
that
pee on
video
the
though. I
plate.
clearly say it right in that video. I clearly disgusted with the smell coming out of the female CR. I said it out loud on my video. You'll see it. It's funny as hell. But yeah,
But
MJ was walking with me. And I said, boy, this is Lalaki, the men's room, and this is
hey,
Babai, the female room. And boy, it
wait,
stinks here.
hold on a second. They complain about men dribbling in front of the urinals. You know, they got the little sign, "Stand closer to the urinal." You know,
Yeah.
dude, I walked into the female's restroom and they just squat right on the floor. I'm like, there's a toilet right there. I know you're drunk and you probably really got to go and somebody's in the stall, but you gotta do that on the floor. Come on,
Well, the
really?
other thing
I
they
don't
do
want
is they
to. Yeah,
put their feet, they stand on the toilet seat and
yeah,
squat down.
yeah.
What the
They do that. Well, they do that in Thailand because you know what a squatting toilet is. I call them squatter. You know what a squatter is?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
it's level with the floor.
Yeah.
And it's got,
We have
you
them
know,
here.
it's got the ridge. Yeah, I've seen them at
Yeah.
the bus stations here. Yeah, well, those are all. If you go to a gas station in Thailand and you use the restroom or Hong Nam, they call it Hong Nam, and you go into the Hong Nam there, and that's what they got. You might find some of them they'll have a regular toilet off in one of the stalls, but most of them are, especially in the Mensa, most of them are squatting toilets. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't
Let's
do it.
not talk
I'll
about
bust.
toilets no more.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah, yeah. We should get off that subject.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Ricky, he said his first wife was from South Carolina too. Actually,
yeah.
mine was
He's
from
loving the
Tennessee,
banter.
but we met there. Uh, that was not
Yeah,
that was a good time. I enjoyed South Carolina, but they had to send me back from I was put on emergency leave. We pulled into Scotland, the Holy Loch, and the captain told me we're up to the North Atlantic above the Arctic Circle run. And the captain said, called me into a stateroom. I was like, what the hell's going on here? He says, we got to send you back. We're going to send you back on emergency leave because we understand that from the wives club, that your wife has a new boyfriend. That's what he said. And he says, we took up a collection among the crew members and he handed me an envelope. He says, here's a little extra funds for you. And we got you a ticket.
they
We're gonna
sent
fly
you.
you from Scotland to Germany and then on to Delaware. And then from Delaware, there's enough money here to cover a flight for you to get back to South Carolina.
They sent you back for that. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
Send me back. And
I'm surprised.
I caught the
Normally they don't
flight
care.
back. Nobody knew I was coming. No one knew I was coming back. And I got home. I got a taxi from the airport, got home, door was locked, knocked on the door, and one of my other shipmates, wife was there, sonar tech. Wife was there. She answered the door. Oh, what are you doing here? I said,
Mhm.
where's
Same thing you
Kathy?
are.
Yeah, I said, where's Kathy? And she said, oh, she's in the room, in the bedroom. So I knocked on the door, it's locked. I knocked on the door. Oh, what are you doing home? I said, I came home to divorce you. I understand you have another boyfriend. Said it just like that to her. And she got up, she collected her stuff, and she moved across the street to the neighbor's house. Then basically we just split up. We both knew it wasn't going to work out. We did it
Yeah.
cordially as we could. Went and filed for legal separation. You know, in South Carolina, you got to do a year of legal separation, a full year before you can file for divorce.
Wow.
Well, we filed for legal separation. She took what she wanted. I took what I got, not much, and left.
Well,
I went and rented a
yeah.
2-bedroom apartment and never saw her again in my life. But you know what? When I came back to the Philippines, when I went to file for all of my paperwork here for the VA and everything, they ask you for your divorce papers, just like they do for SRV or anything else. You're supposed to have an apostille, but I didn't. Back then, we didn't have to when I first got here. And when I went to the VA, they said, we need copies of your 3 divorces. So I didn't have them. I didn't have that one for sure. And I didn't have that one. I didn't have my second marriage divorce papers. So I had to contact a company there in the US and had them go to find the courthouse in South Carolina where she filed, because hers is one that came due first. Hers is the one that was the official one, the official divorce. It came before mine in California came. We both filed, surprisingly, we both filed for divorce, but hers was processed in the courts first. So the divorce was in South Carolina. And I got
Wow.
them to get my documents and everything. They mailed them to me. I paid a lot of money, and they mail them to you here in the Philippines. And then I was able to use my copies, file my VA, and got everything done. Now I keep those copies because that's treasure, guys. Here, if you got divorce papers, guard them with your life. Don't throw them away because you need
Yeah,
them.
because you got to,
Philippines.
yeah, because you got to resubmit to the court and get copies and stuff. And like I'd have to send mine. I'd have to write to Doylestown, Pennsylvania, which is the county seat. Yeah, the county seat of Bucks County.
Yep,
And yeah, it's a hassle. I still
it's
have
a
mine.
hassle.
Um,
Good.
but
I've got
my
copies of mine put away.
my story is similar to yours, Mike. I don't know if I want to get into because it's a lot longer, and there's only 4 people watching. But
That's okay,
yeah,
Ricky. I'm okay with that.
I I went away. I I went away for 2 weeks for some army training. I was in Alaska, and I went. They sent me down to Texas, and to this seminar. And yeah, Ricky, 3 divorces, and you're still standing.
3
Mike, you're built
divorces, 4
different.
marriages.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to say that I've got 3 too, but I don't have the fourth marriage. So Mike's ahead of me on that deal. But I went
Yeah,
away for 2 weeks. I came back from
nice,
this
Scott. You need
seminar
them.
I went. This 2 week seminar I went to, Mike. I came back and she met me in the door in this lingerie, this sexy lingerie and everything. And she Scott says, I just got 3 copies of mine. There you go. And she rocked my world that night and whatnot. And then a couple weeks later, we had a verbal fight, and she said she was going to move out, but that night she was going to the movies with her girlfriend. And I'm like, okay.
Mm.
And while she was, and my son was already born. Okay, he was about 6 months old, and so while she was out, I was stewing, about the argument we had and everything. And I said, and it was getting real late. And I'm like, ain't no movies out. This is really late. Where is she? Like 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, where is she? It's Fairbanks, Alaska, in the middle of winter. And I was like, I said, man, she wants to move out. Well, you know what? I'm going to help you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pack your bag for you.
Oh shit.
I'm going to tell the story on my channel, But
All
so I
right.
went upstairs. I pulled the dresser drawer out where she had all her panties and everything. And I went over to the bed. It was a big drawer. I flipped it over. When I flipped it over, I seen this folded up piece of paper fall out, like what we used to fold up in high school when we were passing notes to the girls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saw that roll out. I picked it up. I unfolded that. I recognized the printing right away. It was a printing of my best friend up there. Hold on, Mark. It was the printing of my best friend, and he was said, "Yeah, I would have never come over and had sex with you if you hadn't invited me. And I have to tell you, it was so good. I would have never come over the second time if it wasn't so good." Well, I freaked out, you know, and I grabbed my son, I grabbed my Ruger 41 Magnum, and I hopped in my pickup truck, and they weren't home yet. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning by this time. I'm like, so I went over to her friend's house that she supposedly went out with. I knocked on the door, and she answered the door. Her husband was out on maneuvers or whatever, and I said, "Well, so and so, you might as well tell me where she." I said, "Where is she?" She said, "I don't know." I said, "You might as well tell me." I said, "I'm gonna find out." I said, "Just be a whole lot easier." She was supposed to be with you, so you're covering for her. So I know you know where she's at. Finally, she's like, "Well, she's probably with Brian." And I'm like, I already knew who it was. So I hopped in my truck and I thought, I'm gonna kill them both, you know.
Damn.
I drove all over Fairbanks looking for him. Went to the theater first, which of course it was closed. My vehicle wasn't there, my little Ford Escort. It wasn't there. And I drove to the hotels, wasn't there. Uh, went out to the apartments where we used to live, weren't there. And I went all over Fairbanks looking at the place where I thought they might be, the different hotels and whatnot. Drove back on to the base, went through the front gate there at Fort Wainwright, and right after about 50 meters, 50 yards past the front gate, I saw the back of my car. They were driving right in front of me. And this sucker, he was driving my car. And she's sitting in the back. They're like out on a date, you know? And I'm like, no, oh man. I followed him all the way back to his barracks. And he was right beside the airborne unit. Went there and I thought, I'm gonna shoot them both right there in front of the barracks, you know. And I thought, I'm gonna shoot her first, and I'm gonna shoot him because he's just being a guy, but she's the one who's being the slut. And
Yeah.
my son's sitting on the seat beside me. Pulled up, they pulled out, they jumped out, eyes as big as saucers, both of them. And I jumped up, and I won't repeat some of the stuff I said, but basically I was like, "What do you think you're doing? You're having sex with my wife." And we're just giving you what you want. Remember, because he and I used to sit. I helped him through his divorce. That's what was the kicker. I helped him. He got the Dear John letter from his wife in the States, and I helped him work through that. And because when we first got there, we didn't have command sponsorship, so we were there alone. And then while I was there, I was like, you know what? I told him, I said, you know what? I was going to shoot both of y'all dead. I said, but I realized that neither one of you, and I looked at her, I said, especially you, are not worth me spending the rest of my life in jail. I said,
Nope.
it's just not worth it. And I said, I'll see you
Smart
at home.
man.
I told her, I said, I'll see you at home. Got back in my truck, went back home. And but yeah, he was like, I was giving you what you wanted. I said, no. What I told you was that if I ever caught my wife cheating on me, I would divorce her. Well, I didn't say I wanted to divorce her, and I wanted you to screw her so
What?
that it would give me a reason to. And anyway, I caught them together 2 other times after that, and then I sent her back. I sent her back to Pennsylvania, and kicked her out. And then, of course, I had to move back into barracks and everything. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, and that's the closest I ever come to abusing a
You get something
woman.
to eat?
And
I didn't eat yet. What do you have?
but the shame of it, Mike, it was right before Christmas. I'm like 4 days before Christmas, and
Damn.
so she had all these. She bought some gifts for me and whatnot. I remember bringing me the gifts, and I was just like, I don't want that stuff. Give it to your boyfriend. I give that stuff to
Lovey's
your
in the
boyfriend.
house.
Well,
Lovey
I bought
Thames.
it.
How are you?
I bought it for you. I said, no, give it to your boyfriend.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I love you. Where are you from? And so yeah, so anyway, I can relate, Mike. I can relate, man.
Yeah.
And we split up. Well, the kicker from mine, I bet you didn't get this phone call. Well, I know you didn't. This is the call I got in January. Okay, mind you, it was Christmas time. Kicked her out, flew her back to Pennsylvania to her family. And the story she told her family was totally fabricated. Now, I found out later, totally not at all what happened. And she was like, "Oh, it just happened by chance. He was my gym instructor, or and it just happened." Bull crap! You invited his letter showed every, but anyway, I mean, he
Yeah.
spelled it out. What a dummy! And then she's a
Flint,
dummy for
Michigan.
keeping. Who keeps a love letter that spells out exactly your affair, exactly
What's he
what you did
doing?
in detail?
That's
Oh,
crazy.
Flint, Michigan. Okay, and
Oh,
welcome to the
Flint.
channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up. And
Yeah,
so
isn't Flint where they had the water issues?
yeah,
Flint, Michigan. That's where they
yeah.
had the water issues with contaminated
Oh,
water
wow.
years ago.
I'm gonna finish this real quick, Mike. But
Yeah.
then about 3 weeks after we separated, I get this phone. The phone rings. I pick it up. I hadn't moved into barracks yet. I picked it up. I hear this boo hooing. I'm like, wait, don't say anything. I said, let me guess. You're pregnant. I'm like, well, why are you calling me? Call your
Call
boyfriend.
him. Yeah, call
It's
your
his
boyfriend.
kid. It's
Yeah.
his kid, not mine. Call him. No, it's
Exactly.
yours. I'm like, look,
Oh,
you were doing both of us on the same day, and I know that for a fact. I said, you don't
yeah.
know whose kid it is. I said,
Yeah.
you have a low sperm count. It's yours. I'm like, oh my goodness. I
You
said,
didn't do a
low
DNA test,
sperm
huh?
count. I said, low sperm count. And I already knew that. He had told me that. I said, but it only takes one, sweetheart. Man, it only takes one. I didn't call her sweetheart back then. But it only takes one.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But
I
you
never
didn't do
did the DNA
DNA?
test.
You don't know. To
No, we
this day?
split. We were split up, and then I
Uh,
felt that a
couple
Christian thing to
champagne.
do
Yeah. That's
is to
all.
take her
More or less.
back. Hey,
4
Charm,
pieces. Of
and
maybe 4 only.
so about she was 8 months pregnant, and I took her back. Biggest mistake of my life, but I took her
Damn.
back, and
Did you
I
ever do
raised that
DNA
girl.
testing?
No, never did. We didn't have any money back then, Mike. I was making $5,000 a year in the army, lower enlisted, and
Yeah.
it was like $600 for the DNA test back then. So
Wow.
and I
Yeah.
never did it. And it's funny too. After we got back together, we were at a park there in Fairbanks, Alaska. Guess who was at that park? That dude.
No
And he was with
way.
and he was with a young girl, a young lady, and she had a little girl. And I'm holding what I believed was his daughter in my arms, and I'm looking at him, and I'm doing this.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, right
okay.
here. I'm like, yeah,
Wow.
right here. This is your kid. You want me to tell her? Let me tell your new girlfriend about you. Does she know? And
So
he's
you're a
like,
cheater?
his eyes are all big, and he's like, oh, like, please don't come over here and tell her. Please don't. I'm like, oh, and I didn't.
Oh man. That is
And my
terrible.
ex, my ex begged me not to burn him because
Yeah.
he was a he was an E6. I was an E4. I could have
Uh,
taken his stripes, or at least taken one of them.
yeah.
And I was going to, but she begged and pleaded me not to do anything to him. I'd already talked to my CO, and my CO had already called his CO, and we were going to burn him. But she begged
Wow.
me not to. So I went to my CO. I said, you know what? Let's not do it. I don't want to drag her name through the mud. I was trying to take the high road, be the better man. And this guy, the CEO was like, why not? He goes, why do you care? And then he did this number on me. He goes, I don't understand why you're so upset anyway. He goes, it's just sex. And I found out later he was cheating on his wife. That's why
Jeez.
he took
Man,
the
yeah.
attitude. He's like, it's just sex. What are you upset about? It's just sex. I'm
Oh,
like, dude,
it's
she
terrible.
cheated on. But anyway, and then after we got back together, and she saw him with this other girl, and she goes, I sure wish you had burned him. I'm like, hello, you begged me not to.
Really?
I had his scrotum in the palm of my hands. All I had to do was squeeze,
Carm
And
made French
lumpia,
lumpia tonight.
lumpia.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yummy.
Vegetable
Jen made some
lumpia.
good lumpia too.
It's only
Yeah, Jen
vegetable,
made,
no meat with vinegar.
yeah, Jen and her family, they made some good lumpia too, her and her niece.
Look at our mules we drank today.
No, I didn't do the paternity test, Ricky. Never did it. And the end of that story is okay. That daughter now is like 37 years old, and I've talked to her since. We don't. My kids don't talk to me now, but I talked to her several years ago or a few years ago, and I said, hey, I always wondered how you felt. How you feel about me and everything. And I said, I'm sorry we never had the DNA test, and I'm sorry that I treated you unfairly growing because I did. I didn't want to, and I didn't mean to, but I held that against her whole life growing up because I always thought she wasn't my kid, even
Right.
though more than likely now she probably is. But my swimmers were stronger than his. My 4 kids, I don't know how many he ever had. I don't
Well,
think that
if
little
you
girl
look,
he was with was
you
his.
should be able to look at her. You should be able to look at her and see if you're
Okay,
part of her.
okay, okay. Well, let's talk about that. He and I passed for brothers, and people used to think we were brothers because we looked
Wow.
similar. We were both ugly. And anyway, I still he's a little uglier than me, but he's taller than me. And so I think she's mine. But be as it may, I asked her, how she felt about all it. She was like, Dad, you know what? She goes, it doesn't matter. She goes, you raised me. She goes, as far as I'm concerned, maybe not biologically. She goes, but you're my dad. She goes, you raised me.
dad.
You always be my dad, my father. Whatever. So that's the
Yeah.
way I look at it. She goes, it doesn't even matter anymore. And it's funny because the way I treated her, she was a problem child as a teenager, but she's a great mom now and
Good.
good Christian girl. And she didn't turn out at all like I thought she was going to turn out. She actually turned out the opposite, so much better than I thought. And even though now she was a wild girl in college now, University of Alabama, she was a wild girl. My son told me, he said, Dad, you don't even want to know. I said, does it involve a pole? Does it involve a pole? Because you don't even want to know. I'm like, yeah, probably don't want to know. I said, was she fully clothed? He said, nope. I said, yeah, I don't want to know. Don't want to know.
Don't need to know.
So, yeah. Well, let's just say I won't say anymore. It's
But
my
she turned
daughter.
out good now. She turned
Yeah,
out
but
good
now,
now.
she turned out great. And I'm very proud of her now. She got 4 kids and 2 girls, two daughters, 2 sons. And but I got to give her credit,
Yes.
man. One of her sons is Nick. You got to love this, man. When one of your grandsons' nickname was Rooster, you just got to love that. I'm like, how do you get Rooster? He's like, I don't know. We just called him that one day that stuck. It's like, okay, that's all good. But
And now you live in the Philippines
anyway,
where roosters crow every day, huh?
oh my goodness, yeah. And it's funny though. I look at that kid now, and he doesn't look exactly like me when I was little, but he got some traits. He sure reminds me of me more than my son's son. My grandson with my son, he looks more like his mom. He doesn't look when he was born, he looked like us, like me and my son, but now he doesn't. But this little rooster guy, and then her youngest son, they look like me when I was little. I mean, it's uncanny. It's kind of scary
Wow. Yeah.
a little bit, you know. It's scary too. My son from here down, spit an image of me. Right? His
Hmm.
eyes looks more like his mom, but sorry for him. But anyway, anyway, it's all good. I think,
But
Mike,
you
we've
wear
been on here a
glasses.
long time. We've been on here a long
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna.
Time for
It's
you to go eat.
9:47. Yeah, I'm gonna let you eat, and I'm gonna get off here, and because I'm starting to my eyelids are starting to get heavy, and
All right. Enjoyed it, Doug. I had a great time.
yeah, I'm
Glad we could
sorry we
do this
couldn't get
together again.
sorry we couldn't get Steve on there more, or I should say more of Steve. We did get his
Yeah.
belly a couple times,
Yeah,
but
we got his belly a few
anyway,
times.
you
He had a
enjoy
great time.
yourself. You're there for a few more days, I believe, and
Yeah. November 3.
yeah, I'm just hoping the paychecks go in, and everything I've read said that yeah, we're still going to get paid. So
Wow. Nice.
I hope that's true. And yeah, later, Lovey. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you. Thanks for coming in,
Sorry you
Lovey.
didn't yeah,
Please,
sorry you didn't get
please
in earlier.
subscribe. Lovey, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel.
and give us a big
Yeah,
thumbs
and
up. Much
if
appreciated.
if you subscribe and we see you, we'll subscribe back.
Thank you, Lovey.
And
We enjoyed talking to you. And if you know my channel is Thriving Philippine Expat. That's thriving, like I'm thriving. Thriving, Philippine Expat. Come on over sometime and jump on our channel also. I always have Doug on
okay,
my channel and he has me on his channel. So we go back and
yeah,
forth. We try to have different guests on there and we have a lot of fun. We really do. We have a great time. All right, guys. Oh, thank
yeah. And
you. Thank you
Lovey,
so much, Lovey.
let me back up. My Lovey says sorry for doing it. Lovey, that's so good, man. It's so many years ago. It's all good, man. And we've been apart since 2007. The rest of that story, I took her back and then had that daughter and two more daughters after that, which
Wow.
I think are mine, but I know the youngest one is, but the one in the middle, I'm not so sure about. But that's a whole nother story. And anyway, it's all good, man. I wouldn't be talking.
If you weren't comfortable with it. Yeah. You're freezing up, Doug. The feed froze, Doug. Now you're back.
You got to be better than the touch screen, man. I was touching stuff, and I was trying to scroll up to see the stuff, everything that was said, and I apologize, folks, for that.
I think we
And
pretty much covered them all.
yeah, I just wanted to comment on love that. It's just like Mike. I mean, I'm happy now. It's all good, man. And I see photos of my ex in the U.S. and I'm just like, whoa, whoa. I hope I don't look that bad, but maybe I do. All right,
I don't
guys.
even look back. I never look back at exes. When they're gone, they're
Well,
gone. They're done.
I
They're out of
see.
there.
Well, I see family photos of my kids on Facebook, and they always want to include her because they think she's the best thing
Ah,
since sliced bread. When I actually
right.
know the real her, they know
Yeah,
what they think of her as being their mother. So I
right.
just like
Yeah, that's terrible.
it's scary. It's downright scary when I look at her. I'm just like, I can't believe I married that. Wow. My
I look,
standards,
I,
my
I look a
standards are
lot. Doug, I
listen. My
go back and I
standards are
look
a
at
lot
some of
heavier.
the ladies. I look at the ladies I was in class with, my classmates from high
Oh yeah.
school, and I look at them and I go, wow, she was such a beautiful cheerleader. And look at her today. It's
Hey,
like unbelievable.
there was a girl like that in my high school. She was like smoking hot back in the day, and everybody wanted her. Wished that she was. And I remember she showed up at one of like the guy she was taking to the prom was like 25 years old, or he was in college or something, and everybody was envious of her. But she used to wear those Jordache jeans, and she had. Never mind. Never mind. She had the body that everybody wanted. Okay, but you look at her now. You're frozen, Mike, by the way. But I look at her now and it's like, oh my goodness gracious. It's not the same person. Not at all. And yeah, there you're back. Oh, yeah, you're back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she'll be back.
I
Yeah.
I friended her on Facebook a couple years ago, and I'm here to tell you, and nothing against her. She was a nice girl. Um, Matter of fact, she didn't really like give me the time of day when we were in high school. But our last year, right before graduation, we had a weekend where everybody was going to the Ocean City, Maryland, and of course, I wasn't allowed to go, but we went to another beach. But then we drove down to Ocean City, Maryland, walked the boardwalk, and I saw her and her friends, and I couldn't believe it. She came up, she knew my name, and actually said hi to me and how I was doing. I'm just like, dang, girl, you
Wow.
never talked to me, never spoke to me at all when we were in school. We're getting ready to
Yeah. Let
grad.
me
Now
ask.
you
That's
want to act like she want to act like she was my friend. I'm like, wow. So anyway, we connected on Facebook, but when I saw the, I'm like, oh my goodness, what happened to her? I was just like, holy smokes, man.
wow.
As far as appearances go, but I'm sure she's
Right.
a little too woke for me. But anyway,
Uh,
but yeah, it just goes to
Ricky
show
was
you
asking me
how people change.
Rick asked me, how's it? Yeah. Rick says, how does it feel being on a U.S. submarine during the Cold War? And were you on a nuclear submarine? Yes, I was on 3 nuclear submarines. And yes, I enjoyed the Cold War times. because we trained as if we were at war, and virtually we were at war. We had to do what we needed to do to keep America safe. And we did our job. Just like everybody that's
Yeah.
in the military, we did our job. And it's disgusting now to see what's going on because after we
Yeah.
work so hard to keep America safe, America's turned
Yeah.
into a crap hole, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my opinion. It's a crap
I
hole
agree.
country. And you compare
Yeah.
that to the Philippines where we have freedom now, we have a good life, we love it here, beautiful everything. And you compare to the crap hole and the crap that's going on in America today. And man, if I had to do it all over again, in today's day and time, I wouldn't serve in the U.S. military. In today's day and
Yeah.
time, I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't
I
either.
would not.
Well,
I wouldn't
I
protect
wouldn't
the
join.
country that doesn't give a damn.
I definitely wouldn't
No.
during the last administration. I would feel a little bit better now, and that's why they're having record, but yeah, I mean, what do you think we were doing in Alaska, in the Army in Alaska, in the
Exactly.
Air Force up in Alaska?
Exactly.
We, we
Yeah.
were, we wanted to
Right
make
there,
sure
there
Ivan,
in sea.
we didn't want Ivan to come down through that way. And we were spying,
That's right.
the Air Force was spying. I remember going to Clear Air Force Base. There was a trout hatchery there. So they used to let you go on there. You go to the gate,
Nice.
and when you go on a Clear Air Force Base, there was nothing there. It's just this humongous radar, just not display or whatever, this big radar setup. That's what Clear, and they're listening on the Soviet Union at
Yeah.
the time,
Yeah.
and it was, but we used to go up there and go fishing, and it was funny. They would tell you, okay, you need to stay on this road, and you go to the right or whatever they told. I can't remember, and it's back there. Don't deviate off of this road. Yeah, okay, whatever, dude, fly boy. But you know what? You didn't
Ricky said
deviate
that
off
was
that
the
road.
Ricky
Because if
said
you
that was
did,
the peak American empire, and it was.
Yeah.
America was very strong back then,
yeah.
and now
talked to-
we're becoming strong again, guys. We are.
Thanks,
Lovey
Bobby.
says, "Thank us for our service."
Yeah.
Her dad
Thank
was
you.
in Vietnam. He was in the Marines. Thank you also
Yeah.
for your
Great.
dad's service.
Absolutely.
I know you guys supported
Absolutely.
him 100%.
Yeah.
In this day and
But-
time, though, it's a whole different world now. But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's do this on another live feed, Doug. We can take up kind of where we leave off here. Guys can
All
come in and
right.
join us, and we'll gladly do that. Take up, and if you guys come in, you'll enjoy our content every time we get together. Doug and I have a lot to chat about. We have good times here, and it's with the help of you all. You're the ones who make the channel because you're the ones that keep the conversation going. We much
most of it-
appreciate.
Most of it is 100% our opinion. Yeah.
That's it.
And no,
our
it's
opinion.
actually when we tell stories on it, it's the truth. It may sound like a
reality.
bunch of malarkey, but there was
We're
more
real.
malarkey coming from Joe Biden than there ever will come from either one of us.
We're
Wasn't that
real,
his word,
folks. That's the
malarkey?
thing. That's the difference between
Yeah.
us and others. We talk real. We don't talk BS, and we don't make stuff up. And we enjoy a
No,
cold
we-
one every now and then. But you know what? We're still real. We're just folks, good old country folks. And now in the
Re-
Philippines, I live in the country. I love it. And Doug is not far from me now.
And remember, hog's breath is better than no breath at all.
Yes, so Steve
think that's what it
said he
says.
has hog's breath, so we'll take Steve's word for that. I'm not going to get close enough to smell it.
Well,
Good night, folks.
I-
Loved
I
having
eat a
you
lot of pork.
guys.
all right.
Yeah.
Guys,
Thank
take
you,
care.
Doug, for
God
having
bless.
me.
Colonel. Yeah, thanks,
Much
Mike.
appreciated.
Colonel's
All right.
out.
Love you guys.
Right.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Later. God bless.
Later.